The Plug Gaming live 6 p.m. Monday evening.
Right now.
We're back. 1 week hiatus, and it comes around again. It's just weird like that, you know. It's cyclical, you know. It's just always happening.
This shit is a setup, dog.
The same time every time. No, it's not always the same time, is it? We're a little late. But nonetheless,
okay. That's why we record it and put it on the internet.
The interwebs
for you.
is always the internet's always on time.
Always.
Okay. It's autobiography. The internet's always on time. And
Always
that's the
on
autobiography
time, dog.
of the Plug Gaming. If that's real, can you do autobiographies of like companies?
I don't
I
know.
don't know. I mean,
There
we're
has to be
recording
something
it.
That's a good question.
Hey,
It's
we're
living.
recording it. It's an autobiography. It's happening
All right,
right
okay,
now.
whatever. We're not getting into that.
Let's get meta.
Let's get meta right now.
Like
So-
world
Anthem.
If
So
Oh
we
my
were
god.
living in a
Oh my
simulation-
god.
Anyways, let's introduce ourselves first, though. Super meta, Dutch Master here. Okay.
That's some fourth wall breaking.
Sam, free sampler.
What's up?
Samgasm,
That's looking
OG Death Dealer, the Puppet Master, Thunderlord, World's Best. God damn it. God damn it, what a
Man.
lineup.
The knaves keep stacking.
What a fucking lineup.
They'll keep
dog.
stacking, man.
How's that Overwatch team doing?
That's forever stacking. Hey, you know what? I got over that game a while ago.
Bro, over.
I think
Oh,
you played
man.
one game.
If we could just get some clips of that episode of just the Overwatch.
Just when we looked up
Rocks
his
Pro,
score.
Rocks Pro over team, Overwatch team.
I just didn't get into it, dog.
Just never happened. Huh?
Yeah, man, I got too busy,
Okay,
dog.
okay. Well, you got a nickname out of it,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
so that's good.
That was the greatest.
That's productive and a positive. Out
Yeah.
of it, right.
I can't argue that.
Can't argue that. But we were gonna. We were gonna jump into our usual thing. You know, what you gaming on, this or that. But it's, I've been gaming on Anthem. Last 2 days.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
We've been blessed with the ability to experience EA's.
First,
Like, I had
we got
BioWare.
we gotta throw a shout out to Dutch Master for that.
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
that
you know.
underhand
I
pitch
gotta,
on the
I
dog.
gotta take
That was
care
a
of
home
everybody.
runner right
I gotta
there,
make
dog.
sure that you know,
Forever a
if you
friend.
bought
gamers
the-
got a game.
The Legion.
Gamers got a game.
What's
I
that
gotta
pack
make
called
sure
again?
my squad gets in.
You did that,
You know
dog.
what I mean? If the clan's if we're gonna play, you know, we gotta be there.
And
from the
what did I
beta
do all
the
weekend?
way
I
up.
fought sleep.
Yeah. So the Sleep Fighters
Did that,
clan
huh?
just. Yeah, I
It
think we
was
played
each-
to like 4.
Both nights.
I think we played to like 4
Just all of a sudden, yeah.
a.m. Yeah, the first night it was one of those, and that's when you know the game's good. I mean, to be honest, like
It wouldn't even let me
It
in
was
the
what
first
time
night.
is it?
Well, we figured it out that we closed the app and opened the app right away, and it will literally just load you right back into the game, like literally into the instance that you
What?
were in. Yeah,
Yes.
so it'll load you straight into the fight.
As long as you started it, you're gonna
Yeah.
jump right where you left
Yeah.
off.
Even if it didn't load all the way.
So that's how you had to
That
do
was
it.
how you do
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Ah.
It was vicious though.
That's what happened is that we were playing, and then we're like, someone's like, oh man, like, what time is it? And I
Oh,
look
yeah.
and I'm like, it's 3:30. And everybody's like, fuck. All
It
right,
was-
well, one more. So, you know what I mean? Like, we're
It-
still
yeah,
like,
I was
fucking,
totally
you know.
lost sleep over it. I was starting to
I was like,
the
I
next
just unlocked
day
the new
each day.
javelin. Like, I'm not fucking.
Hey, but-
you know.
Question: do you guys feel like this could be the I guess the killing blow?
How about this?
For
You stick around until the main event tonight, and you'll
This-
find out.
I don't know about that because like they're in their own universes, like how like the differences between them, like Anthem is
different
so
games
vastly
still.
different
Yeah.
than,
it is, man.
than Destiny that it's like people were like, oh, the Destiny killer, but it's like it's such a different flavor that you're probably gonna get some people that aren't into it.
I think it's because too,
And then
though, a
there's no
lot of people
PvP.
pick one hobby game like that. That's like
Yeah,
your
but a lot of
community
people
game,
are
I'm
looking
coming back
to
it
jump
regularly.
away from Destiny.
But
though.
this is the
That's
thing: is it going to be that type of grindy game?
Yes.
But it
Oh,
different.
it totally
I can
is.
honestly tell you that
can
for
already
me,
tell.
it already
Well,
did that.
But there's
You can already tell
a couple
because the
things you didn't
traditional
get from the demo. You can't really tell about what sets that line between good and bad in that type.
Yeah.
Because like it's flirting with the chance to be a Diablo type game, when in terms of salvaging and getting stuff.
Apparently, it is like that.
That's what
Yeah.
it's rumored, but that's what
Yeah.
we didn't get to see in the demo.
Well, like, so
So
what
it
it didn't do, though, is
Yeah.
it didn't restrict us in any way of, like, what we could equip and where we could equip it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it was just, so, like, we're getting that away from Destiny where it locks you into these types. We could equip 2 shotguns at no problem and have no problem. The ammo would be just fine. Everything would be just fine.
And,
And
your
that's what
special
we're used to.
abilities have more range.
And that's what we're used to.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: the shotgun doesn't have some crazy perk attached to it. It has a percent chance of like some RPG element, like for instance, returns 5% health.
yeah.
Adds plus 5 defense to your javelin. Right. So the perks are these more intrinsic passive ones rather than these active perks that we might see on like a Destiny gun. While is the reason why you won't be able to equip 2 of them. Right, or 2 of those same things in that same class, and then have enough ammo to just fucking wreak havoc. But that they also have to protect themselves in other game modes. Destiny does.
Yeah.
EA's, BioWare's Anthem only has to worry about their PvE, selection. Like all the rules are going to be applied the same way all the times throughout the game. So that's, I guess, you may get this bland variety within the weapons, but the thing is, there's going to be endless types of drops of those weapons, all the different perks, the plus life, it could be like Diablo, where you might get one that's only plus 5, and then you might get that same weapon an hour later that has a plus 10 health.
And you can
You know what I mean?
recraft guns after you get
you
the
can
blueprint.
craft everything.
Now that's things again. Like I don't know how much they opened up, but they seem to make it. That's how the game would run.
Yeah.
So like it's as soon as you get a gun, you can remake it whenever you want, and then I think you get a new role on that stuff, right?
Yeah, it's
So-
then you also have to have the materials
only
and
crafted a
everything like that.
couple.
And the crafting, I get the idea of being able to craft it is that that's that you'll be able to get an instantaneous random roll.
Yeah.
And you've seen this experience.
There was one gun I remade in the demo.
But Rock, you know that is the same thing like from
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Division, where you can go. Except for like with this one, it's not going to limit you on how many you craft because with the Division, it's like the you'll just need a new blueprint with the Division if you want to keep rolling it. If you didn't get the
Well,
rolls
this is the
you
thing.
got. This
You
one
can-
you can just
It's material
salvage
based.
it.
They fixed that in Division. Now it's those fucking
No,
they
yeah,
made it hard to get those
exactly.
Division
It's the same
things
thing.
that were like
so it's
everywhere.
the same thing. That's what I mean. So
Yeah.
it takes a certain amount of materials
Yeah.
from each class, the rare, whatever, da da da. So same with Division. If you want to craft a weapon that comes from a certain thing, you need the blueprint from this guy with these certain materials to meet, whatever rarity it is, right?
Yeah.
So the same thing is with Anthem. So this is one thing that's familiar though with a lot of games.
yeah.
So we see that in the Division, Diablo. This is what we're used to, kind of. It's kind of like maybe Anthem feels just better that way because we're used to playing it, and Destiny is what switched it up for us.
Yeah,
It
agreed.
made things a little bit different, and maybe it was what made it so unique, and also
I think
those
the third person
the weapons
plays
are very
a role
powerful
in that too.
though.
You're in a third person environment now, so you're like looking at you.
Yeah,
And that's a big part of like the designing you, and so like it just feels a lot more RPG elements.
I think so too as well.
It feels less run around shootery.
Yeah,
That's
even though
good.
that's what you're
Fuck
fucking
yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it
That's
felt for
always
me.
good.
I was aggressive as fuck in
And
that game.
man, like flying was the most natural to do
Yo.
whatever you
oh
want.
God, it was so
I was
fucking
a-
comfortable, dog.
I was just like, because whenever you want, you jump and you click L3 to like jump into fly mode, and
You're
then you just have an
overheating.
overheat system. Yeah. Oh, if you're on fire, do not fly. That's when you would just instantly overheat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But like, you could just use it just to blast up a little bit, then let go of it, then do a dodge in the air with the Ranger, or 3 dodges and a million flips in the sky as the interceptor.
Right.
But like, it was just so natural. Like, it's how you would want like a Dragon Ball game to go.
Yeah,
You know,
to
that's,
fly,
that's
yeah.
how flying was in this. It was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, it was really.
You just knew how to do it.
It's really good.
was
Apparently,
natural,
some people's complaints though on PC. I was watching some streamers, and the flying was their complaints. They said it was clunky, and one of the streamers' comments was that he believes that it's like the controller would be way better for the flying.
Yeah.
And it just so happens to be that that's true.
Yeah.
And like it
I've always
begs
felt
you to think like
with,
what is
like,
this? What is this kind of optimized for?
Well, they say like for shooters, PC games generally, it's like because it's such point click, you have higher accuracy.
Yeah, absolutely, you do.
So that type of looking, PC has advantage with a mouse. But when it comes to physical movement, I think just joysticks work better.
Well, yeah, I think with
It gives you more range of motion
with
rather
the
than
precision of that
click.
type of tight flying.
Mm-hmm.
You may need a different like DPI sensitivity on your mouse than what you
Yeah.
would be because like nowadays,
Can't be so sensitive.
yeah, nowadays mouse you used to kind of just not want to move your mouse at all, and it's like really quick wrist actions, but that
It's for first person.
causes you to cramp and stay in one position, where now most of the days people use a larger surface. It's more common to be using a larger surface with your mouse and keyboard, and you want to do these like sweeping arm movements rather than these wrist movements.
Secret of the pros there.
And yeah, that's from competitive like thing.
Hopefully your
gaming.
elbows don't
But
get like a
well, it's
pincher.
because you're resting them though. You're allowed to rest
Okay.
it now rather than like having it cramped up. You kind of move from back both of them actually with that. But the idea is that like your DPI has changed. It used to be super high where like little movements moved a ton of space.
Yeah.
Now you're like kind of equalizing it like where you're like almost moving the size of the screen to go exactly where you want on the screen. And to fly
But
with
do you
that
have to
same,
adjust that though?
Yeah, all the gaming mouses have that built in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that's like standards. Like with the buttons now every mouse has extra buttons. Not from when we started, you know what I mean? When you just get like you had to do everything on the keyboard, you got 2 buttons on the mouse and the scroll wheel. You know what I
Some
mean?
of these are insane.
Oh yeah, so here we got this Anthem footage going live here. Let's see if this one does a fresh load in too, because I don't even know. But anyways, this game's insane. But
Okay.
like I was saying, that
It
would make
crashed
it
a lot,
harder.
though.
Yeah.
You expect it to crash, but it crashed.
But anyways,
Granted, you could be playing a
finishing-
very old version of it too.
Rock,
since
you haven't
it's
even
the
seen
one
the Storm
for
play,
testing.
have you?
No,
haven't
not
seen
yet.
it. Leave that.
I
link
haven't.
so we
I
can
didn't
check it
play
out.
as Storm. I played
But,
the 3 others.
But you played the
the-
tank though?
yeah,
you
that's
know-
what I picked for. I wasn't too much of a fan. It's more.
Let me finish my thought.
Yeah, sorry,
The
go.
movement needs to be tighter than what you would normally want to use, like on a shooter, and try to be like accurate, extremely accurate. It needs to be tighter and more, higher DPI. That you'd have to switch that. So this is something that they may
almost
need
like if you
to-
can make a fast switch setting for your mouse.
They might need to make
Yeah, it might be
where
one of
it
those buttons
goes
that be all
where
extra
the
out.
where the in-flight sensitivity. So for instance, like you can do aim down scope sensitivity, add
Yeah.
sensitivity. So like your flight
Even on
sensitivity.
controllers, they've gotten better with that though.
Exactly.
I'm tracking Sumner's
Okay, so
position.
this is
Do
me
you see
just
it?
loading.
Yes,
it
going after him.
up. I don't know if it's my first time playing it.
He's
That's
tight
fun
as
is-
fuck, dog.
Yeah, they all are, and they're all really
Have you
unique.
found Sumner?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep
left
doing the
before
same move
trying to
over and
get
over
through.
again because it's the first time playing.
That is not
The
effective
so the
time and space.
Colossus,
It's
the
complicated.
big one,
Go as fast as I can.
is he's not like just being there tanky. He's got a shield you need to control too. And I didn't like the shield play. It was just he plays more like a sentinel than like a shield tank. He doesn't even have a shield like the other characters. He just has like 10 times the health.
But
Oh,
look how
okay.
Yeah.
like that's the thing about the Storm is that he can fly so much more. That was actually his grounding.
Looks like
Okay.
you should be able to
I
catch
think I got a
up.
shotgun on right now.
Dude, that
Devastating.
interceptor, the
And
interceptor
then
is
this.
like
Sorry.
no go.
This is a little float. Okay, so not he's flying now, obviously. But when I do, let's see if I do it right here.
This is like if Iron Man teleported into Monster Hunter.
Let's see what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to see if I can get you to show me actually doing this thing. I'm about to overheat. Wait, but I didn't. Anyway, see how there's like a little orb of light around me? Like that's my shield, right? So when I go into this mode, you see it kind of boost up a little
Storms
bit. So right
take
here.
less damage in the air.
So exactly. So when I go
Yeah.
into that mode, that's it. It's actually boosting my shield.
Oh.
So I'm not just a little floaty.
It's just your hover though, basically.
Yeah, but I'm not like a little floaty, like fragile butterfly in there. I'm actually beefing myself up
Flying
to become
tank.
stronger. So that's beefing my shield the whole time.
There's
right now.
enemies that are just like that too.
And now I can just stay up like this and float around. My shield is, I'm not overheating. Everything's efficient because that's what's in this class. That's my ground attack. So if there's an enemy below me, that would be me attacking the ground. Then, towards the ground.
Is
The
that going to
teleport.
be your first main?
Yeah,
I know you've been real hype on the storm.
for sure.
Cool. I'm probably gonna do that interceptor first.
Right there, like that right there was my move to like teleport and show up and attack. Like it's
That's
just
cool.
ridiculous.
It's
And then this is like the over the shoulder. It's pretty clean. These guns feel like military grade weapons. Like it doesn't make you feel like you're shooting some alien future tech laser or something that's soft or weak. It actually feels powerful.
I agree with that 100%. It feels like a heavy duty assault rifle.
like
let
a
me see if I go
Destiny
off. I'm about to
Voidlock.
go off right here. This is my super. This is my ultimate. Combo me. And then I'm beefing my shield, and it's like, dude,
How long can you float for?
a lot.
The storm is designed to fly the long.
Yeah.
Like, it-
Literally,
that's
it's
what its
overheating.
build is.
Overheating my shield. It's not. It's not overheating. And I'm not being cooled or anything. I'm not overheating. That's my move.
Yeah.
That's my ability.
The only way
Right.
where flying gets a little complicated is the Colossus because it's so clunky. But
Yeah, that's the
even
one I
that
didn't play.
one,
So I'm
that
saying
one you
no.
can
I
just,
don't have
like-
any footage on that.
that one you can still just heavyweight, just like take off. But when you're on the ground, yeah, that thing is just it's lugging around.
But it's powerful as fuck, right?
Yeah, and the thing is that instead
Shoddy.
of having
Shoddy.
instead of a regular shield, you have a physical shield, and that physical shield recharges, and then you like charge and you can dash with that.
Do you see the does that physical shield show like a shield thing?
When you take it out, it'll show.
So and then he has these ice shards, ice shard attack too. So that's a thunder attack. And then my other attack is like he shoots these ice shards and it will eventually freeze the enemy. And then I have the choice of like hitting them with my melee or the lightning strike, which a combo will occur off of either one of those, which is like their multiplier.
We need to find it quickly.
So it's
Storm's a really unique class though too in this game,
found a
where
crushed
it's the one where you're not using like grenades and shit as
Right.
all your you have like you're straight magic. You
Yeah.
are the mage class of this
yeah,
RPG.
and it's beautiful.
It is really cool, and
Who's
it
your
plays
favorite
around
character?
with me. I honestly
gonna
really
eventually
like the
change this.
ranger.
Everybody's gonna change.
Nope, I
I'm already upset about it.
well no, I'm avoiding Storm just because I've played that class and things, and I want to play something different.
Hey, I'm looking
I'll
at
play
it now and
some
I'm like,
I know.
I'm gonna play the Interceptor, which is the really tiny one that's super fast. You throw ninja stars and charge ninja stars, and then you have like a way heavier melee class. Like it never runs out; it's just continuously combo.
Ranger now.
It's like
That's all I play.
no, this is the Interceptor. This
That's
is the B1.
motherfucker.
It's dual blades
Was that someone?
in Monster Hunter. It's similar to that kind of a
None of his
class.
major organs have
What?
It's really aggressive, two blades swinging around, doing cool combos, and then you have like
I like that.
you have like 2 or 3 jumps in the air and 2 or 3 dashes in the air, so you can just do a lot more quick movement around. But realistically, I'll probably actually play the base ranger, the one that's like the general of all of them. I like that he does drop shields, like Bubble Boys in Destiny, and then I like he's got like a little bit of movement, but he is a heavier class still. So it's a good mid-range kind of plays them all.
Yeah, so his shield, as you just said the bubble boy, but his shield on the storm was confusing me at first because I was so used to the bubble, and I thought that it would be the same shield.
But it's,
And it's
different
not.
elements.
It's the same function as a shield, but it's based off of like the character. So it's called the windshield on the storm, and it's actually a giant wall that I can place from like 3
I've seen
yards
that, okay.
to like 40 yards in
I
front
didn't know
of
that was you putting that there.
Yeah, and I didn't realize that for the longest time. I was like, where is my shield going? And then I'd look and be like, what is this wall here? And then finally I held it down and it allowed me to like range it. So once I figured that out, I was like, okay, cool. So this is his version of it. The Ranger has his version. Like, it's technically called the same thing, shield buff or whatever it is. It's the same, set on the same buttons,
And then
but it works differently.
the tank gets like a physical shield.
Yeah, so it works differently for each, class too. So which is super cool because you don't get this like bland, like same function.
You get
can
way
kinda
more diversity in the
Beautiful.
characters, and it
Yeah.
seems like even
I could set
within
this
each character,
shield-
you've got a lot more diversity
Yeah.
of what you can do.
I could set a shield to protect our flanks. You could set a shield to protect everything just right
But
centered
it was
around
great for
us.
pulling
center.
people back because you have to go. You
Right.
have to go up and heal
Right.
someone in a lot of areas. And so, like, when you go up and do that, I can throw the tiny shield up, and it's just enough to, like, bring you back, even if you're right in front of, like, a boss.
Yeah, so this is showing.
It was
the
a
area
good challenge to beat all of the things,
of the
but we
damage.
did it.
It's beautiful.
Quick
By the way,
question.
it's going to be next weekend. It's going to be free for everyone to try.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, get into it. I hope they let us continue playing who we
I
are.
really think so.
Yeah.
Quick question with this Storm dude. Like looking at him play, he doesn't seem as fast. But he's like got weird abilities, like he got the electricity and shit, but he doesn't look super fast.
He isn't the best.
I thought he was gonna be like super fast.
No, he's
No.
more like flying tank.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, because he gains his extra shield by literally flying.
Yeah.
That's all. He's weaker when he's running on the ground.
See, with the Rangers, I felt like I was just like wowing the fuck out, dog.
What do you mean?
Like I felt super fast.
Well, he's not in like
The
the fly
Ranger-
mode. This is like the dodge and move. because
Ranger
you-
is
flying
faster than the Storm.
Oh, I
If
didn't know that.
Oh, he
Okay.
on the ground and movement. Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally on the ground.
Absolutely, but like that's the point.
Just regular
I
flying.
mean, if he was just faster than him too, what would be the point of all the other classes?
they're all about
Yeah, I
the
can't
same
argue
speed.
that.
Yeah.
Like regular flying is about the same speed.
No, but the Interceptor is the fastest.
Oh yeah,
Right?
it's
But he has
super ninja.
the least shield, right? Okay. The Ranger's the best middle ground where he's fast, he has good shield, and he has good attack. The Storm is not as fast, it's good attacks, right? Buffed shield once in the air. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's all different. And then Colossus
is
Beef
the heaviest tank
shield,
and the strongest
grounded.
and the strongest fighter.
Yeah, and grounded. You know
it's
what I mean?
The
So-
only one that can use charisma
and these fucking,
and
like,
auto
auto
cannons. that
auto
are like
turrets. Yeah.
they're ultra SMG types.
Right. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah. And then what I will say though is like, okay, so everyone has a super. You see the yellow bar on the bottom right? That's his like ultimate, and everyone has one. So we saw him do it with like all the storm casting before. The Colossus takes out something that it fires like fucking nukes. These things are humongous explosions out of like this giant cannon it takes on. The Ranger does like a missile barrage, and the Interceptor has like an unlimited melee ultra punch.
Thunder, what's
Yeah.
happening?
Which
The Interceptor's
shredded.
super interesting because like nothing's melee is strong. No, I didn't play the Colossus, but the Ranger's melee is not strong.
Colossus gets like one hit though, and that's it.
The Storm's melee is not very good either, but it combos off of his other stuff, so it can be. The Interceptor's melee is just straight devastating. And same
It's
with
the
his
melee
melee
class
ability,
almost.
but same with exactly that's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. It's the melee class, and then also so it's based off of its speed.
Yeah.
But
The
the
Ranger
Ranger,
has,
I
like,
think
a slow
that's-
sword strike.
Yeah,
for
but I
his
think that
melee.
that's why they introduced you to the Ranger because, like, honestly, the movement, the fluidity of the movement, and how he moves around is just like all the other ones, except for he's faster than both the Colossus and the Storm. He's a little bit beefier than them on the ground per se, like in normal activity, whereas the Storm requires a certain condition to be met to be is equally strong in the air flying. So you see how they're balanced. It seems like they're really balanced. It's literally
Yeah.
comes
They
down
made
to
three
playstyle.
extremes in a middle ground.
Their ultimates aren't, one's not a fucking thing that disappears over and over again and then fucking kills you from behind and then regains its special ability. And
all
then
your
casts it again.
abilities charge pretty damn quick too,
And
which
you know
I
what I
really
mean?
appreciate. So you get to use things regularly rather than wait an hour and be like, I can throw a grenade now.
So it
It's-
feels balanced really well. How just how it is already. Like this is how I think the gameplay aspect, this very slice of it, what we're watching right now, is very close what we're going to get to the final result. The differences, obviously,
Significantly more of everything.
the game's ability to load and play and all that obviously changed. I'm hoping that the Forge is accessible through regular gameplay, or at least I can change my loadout.
When you
The
go
stuck
into
loadout
the game,
per mission
you are
really
stuck
bothers
with
me.
it. I agree. Like you are stuck with your 2 guns and your
But-
1 build when you go out in the Javelin, and then it's like you have to go back home if you want to. You have to end it.
But that's
to
the thing.
change guns.
I kind of like that because it
didn't
made
bother
it
me-
feel like.
I would just like if there were like
What
stations.
didn't
you
bother?
could stop
No,
by
because
and
that's
do it or
like
something.
Nightfalls with stuck loadouts. Did you like that?
But that was different with the Nightfalls, dog.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
You don't think so?
I don't know about that. If I go into the game and then get stuck with
I get
some
it for the
difficult
world.
fucking long part and need a sniper rifle or some range, and I went in there with a shotgun and a fucking pistol, like, oh yeah.
It's like you have to go in with the build you're doing. But this game is more focused around going in with a squad.
Yeah.
And the squad 4.
So was Destiny.
Yeah.
Literally, Destiny's motto behind that is play with a friend.
Yeah.
So
But this 4th character ad, dog. I told you Destiny should have did that, dog. I just felt
they
like
should have done a lot of things.
Yeah.
But you know, maybe this is the thing. You know what I like about this? Even see, that's what I'm talking about right now. What I like about this is this forces Bungie to step their game up.
Yeah.
I agree.
It definitely
This is
does.
going to make Destiny
This
3 a
is
better
when,
game.
when you're not mad. What you go. Some people go, oh man, okay, all these good games, da da da. Or how am I gonna dedicate? You know, play them both if you really can. You know, or just enjoy one of them. But here's the deal: you're gonna get by playing this genre at least, or any games that are
If
coming
you
out in the
look
future.
at
You're gonna get a
how-
better version of it because guess what? Now there's competition that's driving them to actually, you know, the developers to actually do better and create better
real
stuff
shit.
that actually really works and is fully functional right off the bat.
And you know Anthem in its development
you
watched
know-
Bungie's development, so they took notes from everything.
You can see where they
You
borrowed
can
from
see
stuff,
where
yeah.
like how Destiny handles the tower. That's Tarsus. That's where you go back to in this is like your home base where you can change your javelins, you can mess with everything.
One thing I'll
you
give
that's where they do all the talking to
Destiny
NPCs
is the tower
and stuff.
because this going where they go with
Dude,
this
I
is-
wouldn't.
And
Okay, you
this
said that,
takes
but
from
I
that.
wouldn't really add that sliver as part of the game. I think that's just a little place that you can get an idea of how it would be. Like there's going to be a common area, this or that. Very Mass Effect-y. I think that's what they wanted.
It's
to
also
come across.
solo. You're not there
So
with
you're
your
going to
team.
interact with
It's
people.
just you for those parts.
But it lets you know you're going to be able to interact with them. It lets you know that you're going to be able to change what you say, which is going to reflect on you in some way or another in the game. Because, you know, BioWare loves to do that
and
shit.
these are people who are going to give you missions and things.
So that
and shit.
shows you that that's still there. So that kind of leads you into exactly. That's how you're going to get these weird missions. They know how to do that well. So that's what I'm saying. Like we're coming from where maybe Bungie failed on these mission deliveries, this quest line delivery, like how they deliver their content is where they failed because they're not delivering it the way that there should, like a traditional RPG that hides the quest through talking with somebody. It doesn't necessarily need to say you need to talk with that person.
just in some of how
You know what
the
I mean?
game's
Like that's
designed.
how RPGs are,
Yeah.
right? Like you're like, oh, did you guys get the one thing? They're like, what do you mean? They're
What are
like,
you
oh, you
talking
never
about?
talked to.
Oh, you didn't talk to the
didn't talk to
crackhead by the
so-and-so."
bridge?
Right? Exactly.
But that means it'll start bringing that back. And like they even had some funny stories just for what was the demo of who you talked to and like how those stories developed.
Yeah.
And so like it's I don't know. I'm sold now on this game totally. I'll
Yeah,
say that.
and
And
you
I
know
wasn't
what?
before.
And you know what? What I really like about EA's move on this VIP demo and then this free demo is that they're like, hey, we know we got something totally new. And we know that you guys are super skeptical of new shit. Also, we know that on some of our other new shit, it wasn't as good. It failed a lot of people. So what we're going to do is we're going to fucking give you this access, full access to our game. Unheard of. This is not a beta. This is a demo. This is a demonstration of the actual game.
They just gave you a smaller box, but they gave you everything.
Dude,
inside.
we got to do a lot of shit.
Yeah,
Like
I'm about to say
challenges
that,
that we could get as much
Find
loot
hidden
as we could
things.
find.
Yeah.
Like the loot, the box set up to 500 items.
That
in it.
lore.
Lore's in
Alright,
it.
what was
There's-
your favorite
there's
gun?
lores, but there was lore in it. But I'm just
Yeah.
saying, when you come with that level and then you're like, here, try my product. That's the idea that you actually have to have. That's like the Pepsi or Coke challenge. When they're like, okay, well, we don't want you to just tell us what your favorite is. Here, try them both,
Yeah.
and then tell us what your favorite
They
is.
really did give
It's the real test. It's the real test. Like, hey, here it is. We don't want you to buy it. We want you to play it 1st, then make your decision on buying it.
And on
that's
the
fucking
last
amazing.
day, up until the last day, you only got one javelin
Right.
other than the ranger.
Yeah, dude, they gave you
They
fucking
gave you all of
everything.
them on
This
the
is the
last
greatest
day.
demo that has ever come out. And
So-
it didn't end. When you finished it, they're like, "Thank you for playing. Here, continue doing whatever else you were doing."
I finished all the story parts, did all the things, and then it was just wander in the freelance mode and try stuff out and mess around and see how this is. And
Yeah.
everything was fucking dope.
Favorite
The
gun?
Favorite gun for me was what was it? The Resolution, a heavy pistol
Okay.
that was a 2-shot, just ultra.
Yeah, it was the
cannon.
1-2. It was called
Yeah.
like said 1-2 something in its
1-2
description.
knockout or
Yeah.
something like, and it was a like heavy pistol.
Yeah.
Boo boo, done. I cleaned shit up with that.
Yeah, mine was I think it was called the Warden, and it was a pulse rifle.
Nice. I'm thinking of a
Um,
different one.
I really liked that one, and then I had the Vengeance shotgun, which
Okay.
was pretty nice.
I used the
and
Defender
they-
auto rifle that was
the-
just an auto rifle, but good.
Whirlwind or something like that. It was a
Oh, that-
sniper rifle. It was insane, but once
It was
you got used
an
to it,
auto sniper rifle.
dude, yeah, it was an automatic, fully auto sniper rifle.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all.
It was crazy once you got distance. Yeah,
Because
And
as soon
then-
as you zoomed in, it was so heavy on
Okay.
the zoom too. You were just like, you got to be
can't-
ready.
But I can't remember the name. I can't remember the name. Maybe it was called the Constructor or something. Anyways, it was a sniper rifle with 4 rounds or 3 rounds. Each had to be loaded individually, so it was a bolt. But they were like fucking bazooka rounds. It was explosive rounds, high explosive. And they were fun. It was like the most
Dude.
fun. Once I got that, I was like, the free play becomes so much more fun because I could just sit back and be like, "Kadoosh, kadoosh," like just destroying shit and go pick up all the loot.
The Colossus heavy cannon was my favorite special of the 3 I played. That thing was.
I don't
It was
know.
just pure insanity in one shot.
I got
like
new
the
abilities.
biggest
Because that like
Storm.
it felt all nuky.
I got
Oh,
new
yeah.
abilities for the storm though too. Like I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that I had favorited about. Like I don't know.
Oh, and there can be so much more. That's the thing. Is
Well, like-
everything's parts. So you upgrade parts, or
Yeah.
you get new parts. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And like we got all like I got some rare items was what I
Yeah.
got maxed out to.
Yeah.
But didn't you say there were some people that were even getting
There
like, epics?
there's a streamer that got some epic or exotic loot.
I
drop.
got master or is it I got master cores or whatever. So
Yeah.
I got the ingredients to make them.
shit,
all I
yeah.
need to do is you got to get the blueprint first. So I think you still have to
Yep.
get one. But we'll see.
We will.
If you haven't tried it, definitely try it this weekend. It's on PC, it's on Xbox, it's on PlayStation 4,
Yes.
it's on cell phones.
Yeah, we're fucking on it.
No.
I'm playing it. I'm getting it for sure.
I'm
February
Yeah,
most
22nd.
definitely
God.
getting it now.
February 22nd is the official drop date, and I'm imagining this as like
Vacation day for my Destiny
having
crew.
like no, I mean having like a lot of like what we thought we would get like for like dungeon raids and stuff, where like it's an epic maybe like where it's like they're like this isn't even intended to be beaten. Like Diablo.
No, it's intended to be
Diablo,
wandered.
Diablo, not Diablo, but like World of Warcraft type stuff where it's like, dude,
Yeah.
bring your best, like Final Fantasy, online level stuff where it's like, bring your best person, bring all your stuff that you literally spent the last 12 days gathering because you're using it all right here on
Yeah.
this battle. And you're going to come out with this badass loot, but all your resources are going to be gone. Or
That's how it's gonna feel.
I
I hope they have larger crew raids.
because I love that type of shit, but delving into those with like the Diablo view or not as best like Final Fantasy. Like for instance, the graphics aren't the best on it because like it's the world's so big, so they have to like
And this game,
compromise.
the graphics are the best.
Exactly. So like that's
Yeah,
what like
that's-
Destiny.
Oh,
That's what
man.
like Destiny was hoping for. But like what I got from Destiny was totally I loved it. But I was like imagining like this greater, these greater RPG elements where it's like, yeah, I spent the time to go and craft this. Like kind of how World of Warcraft is, where
It has.
you
those
might have played
potentials.
the game forever, but you might have missed out on like this entire huge thing because you never even wandered into that
Yeah.
portion of it.
Yeah.
Like,
Here's
that's what
how-
I want it to be like. Not where you have to experience all the content. Like Destiny's great and all. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but I don't want to feel like I have to experience every little sliver of content just to be relevant.
This
just to
feels
have
a
the
lot
gun
more
that
wander and
works.
discover based.
Yeah, just
so.
to have the gun that works. Like I don't want to have to play through all the content of this thing. I want to be able to have something that's really good and powerful from any portion of the game, and not feel like I'm on this linear path.
No, that's how I feel too.
I want to feel like I'm in.
Dog.
So-
I want to feel like
it's
I'm
why-
in a world of content.
yeah, and just because I'm kicking
Elder
ass, I can
Scrolls,
unlock
Breath of
something.
the
else.
Wild.
Skyrim, Breath of Wild.
This
yeah,
is what
exactly.
they did that changed up that game. The idea of they got rid of. They got rid.
Feels like he has to say hi,
I don't
man.
know. I don't know who I'm saying.
Stay
hi to.
in, stay in the moment, brother.
Hey man, no. They got rid of the focused checkpoints, and it became discover checkpoints again, like games used to be.
Right,
And that aspect makes it a more freeing experience and less of homework.
right. Yeah, and that's how.
And sometimes Destiny turns into that.
yeah, we're just like, I got to do this,
All right,
this,
I'm
and
a
this, so I can
Flashpoint
get
Mars.
this gun.
Let me, yeah.
So I can get this gun. I mean, don't get me wrong. Destiny's
I'm not
like
taking away from
tops.
it, but
Yeah.
it's something that this game does that is different.
And in order
My
for you
only
to
concern
criticize
is the size.
Yeah.
Will it? How big will it get?
Yeah.
How much will it change
it's supposed
over
to be on
time? I
one
mean, they do
planet.
promise the hell out of all this, yeah. So I'm guessing there's different forts and stuff eventually.
That's kind of what I think I'm upset about with
But-
Destiny, though, is that we're on like 9 planets, but we don't experience
Well, each planet is the size of a level,
exactly.
So-
That's the problem, I think.
and then there's other levels on the planet. But
That's
like,
what I think I have the problem with. We're on a planet, but it's so small.
we
Yeah.
need. It's like if they made every world in Destiny like the Leviathan,
Yeah, where you can just go around exploding
where
like
it's
that. Like,
yeah, it's not
it's more
this
open.
really
It's more
closed
open.
off
Yeah, it's
space
more
you run
open.
around in.
right,
It's a discoverable environment with layers.
right,
If that was every level,
yeah. Or
No, I
if
agree
they had
with that.
dungeons.
I would go
or if they
back
just had dungeons. Like
regular.
that.
Hey, they
Like,
didn't
maybe
cut
not
a
a
check
raid,
though,
but like
guys.
something that you could increase the difficulty and maybe get only an exclusive reward for just doing that, not a random drop.
I just feel like, and in my experience with this demo now, it does ensure a lot of it where
Yeah.
my biggest gripes with Destiny that I said in a previous episode of like what I'd love to see Destiny 3 be, where you're a little bit more wandery, freelancery, but like that's what you're called in this. You are.
Yeah, it's got this great.
You go. You grab a mission. You talk to people. You get this to go make some money. You
it
get
has
some
this
parts
great thing
for
that
some
we
stuff.
all
I'm
love.
gonna go make a living.
It
Like-
had this great thing that we all loved about Monster Hunter.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
I was going to
ability.
say
It's
that's
got
what it
a lot
reminds
of-
me of. It has a Monster
So it
Hunter
has
feel,
all
but
the potential to be
epic.
that, and they promise regular changes and storms and updates.
yeah, this is definitely shit. No
cycles,
Monster
so-
Hunter.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's
so,
supposed to be a living environment.
Yeah, so we're gonna do a little bit of break. We're gonna do final thoughts here.
Yeah.
So, Anthem final thoughts. Mine are all positive. I'm
Mine are
super
godlike.
stoked. Super stoked. They need to change a couple things. With the game, I think like accessibility of the
The
weapons.
user
I think.
interface type things too
User
need to
interface,
change. A
whatnot.
lot of text.
Maybe
is
the
weird,
restrictions were for the
Yeah,
like
exactly.
demo.
We
though.
don't know.
but we don't.
know.
And we
Right.
don't know what it did. Like what version of this
Yeah,
was. Usually
right.
their demo package it comes out pretty early.
Yeah.
So what we're playing is probably a pretty old version.
Well, they know that after everybody plays this one weekend, they got 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But right now, what we've got, I'm super happy. I'm super stoked. I'm fully invested.
they got my money.
I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready to go. I think they need to change a couple things with the interface, like especially like the friends, that menu system.
I didn't understand that shit.
That might need to be adjusted a little bit. Accessibility of your weapons, I think that's a huge thing, especially in today's how gamers are today, like that's kind of standard. I think that makes you feel too retro, like not being able to get to your inventory of the shit you have, and you're like, I'm in this fucking
I want
mech.
the home base to be a little
like, you know what I
better,
mean?
too.
I'm in this mech. I should be able to fucking get my weapons whenever the fuck I want. I can fly around and do all this shit. There's shit teleporting.
Or
in.
call like
I should
drops
be
or
able-
something.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
you
I
should be.
able
That's
to,
what I agree. It's like
I
That
should
would
be
be
able to
tight
get
as
it.
fuck.
checkpoints or drops would be fucking dope.
So like I think that for sure, something
Like,
around those lines. But like,
There's your shit.
bottom line,
Thanks,
they
Saint.
could have gave me the demo for fucking, I don't know, a couple weeks, and I think I would have been just real
discovering stuff.
satisfied.
Yeah.
No, like
That's-
if that's like they're like, well, Anthem's not coming out, this is all you get. I think I'd be pretty happy for a little while. I think it'd keep me happy for a little while. So like that says something. Like it's fun. It's fun enough that I could replay that demo. Enough I could grind the demo. Okay,
It
so-
is.
I will be with that
Yes.
as well.
It is a game I could keep playing. I was down on this game originally.
Oh,
I was
well, just
very
one
down
thing.
on these-
Last thing.
Yeah.
You said he's like, I'm gonna wait, guys. I'm not
Yep.
gonna invest to get the pre-order. So at that point, that's when I was like, all right, I'm gonna handle that, and I'm sending these guys the friend code.
And
so,
this
you
homie
said
right
that, yeah.
here.
So because you said that,
Yep.
you said that, and it's like Rock's like, oh, I'm trying to do it.
I know. I
He
was
like,
I was
no.
against this game.
He's like, no.
I felt
think I'll
this
wait.
game was going to be flat for what it was and just feel like I'm continuing my Destiny character in another direction. But for as many that was months ago. That was before I looked at things, I've been gradual. I have said that across episodes.
Yeah, I think
So
that's
I've
came out
gotten
as
more
the
and
Destiny
more over
killer is
time.
what
I've just been watching the
Anthem's
fuck out of
been-
it. Every
Anthem-
little thing that
Anthem
drops.
has
To be
been
honest, back when
marked the Destiny
Forsaken
killer.
came out was the time we're talking right now. So Forsaken was great at that time. So, anyways,
Still is
I am
great. Still is
final
great.
thoughts on Anthem. They showed me something that is new, but I could just jump into it and discover and play, and it feels open and feels deep and feels rich. This is a game I could totally jump into, and they got my $60 because they'll get at least that much worth out of me. I
don't think there's going to be
concerned-
more because I heard the updates are all going to be free.
What?
Yes, this
DLC
is
updates are free.
exactly. So like,
Oh my God! They
for
took
me, it's
they took
what
that
are
from
they gonna
Capcom.
make
They knew what the
continuous
fuck they
about?
were
They
doing.
took that
Yeah.
from Star
was-
Wars Battlefront.
Yes.
What?
They fucked up.
They announced, and they made that true.
Yeah,
Like
they made that clear.
They were like, we
did that wrong."
ruined history for you guys. Sorry about that. Like let's just be cool on this one.
Hey, man, but Capcom did it first.
Well, no, a lot of companies have released free DLCs, but they just because their bad record of for-profit content, like literally only releasing content
one it'll
just to
just
turn the
be-
money over.
This is how you want to see that
not
environment.
They'll
because-
definitely get
but-
some money out of
Well,
this.
yeah.
though.
Here's
Well,
how they
through-
do it.
yeah.
It's through, and this is what we haven't even talked about this. And my last part about this. The customization level I got so fucking sucked into was so much fun. All of my 3 characters I
Yeah.
worked on look fly as hell.
This fucking guy postponing
Oh my God.
fucking matches.
No,
Oh, well,
no.
I was just in my forge, and then he shows up. You're like,
And you're like,
your
damn,
guy's
you look
9
better than
different
everyone.
colors.
Yeah.
Your guy's 9 different colors.
dude, I did that on my own
I
time.
put 3 different colors on my guy, and then changed his face.
I bought
got
one of the
back in the game,
patterns.
got
I, like,
back in the
made it all
game, and was
dope.
ready to play. And he's like, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. I'm in the forge. He shows up. His guy's all orange, green, white checkered pattern in
Oh
the
yeah,
middle.
it was so fly.
Looking like a race car and shit. Like, was like, what the fuck?
So good.
Where'd you even get that shit?
I
Like, this
looked
is
at
the
it.
demo,
and
right?
Just in the demo, there was an insane amount of customization because there's like maybe 10 different factors for each suit that you could change the color and the material and the finish on.
Craft a new one.
Yeah. Well, there were like you can earn coins and buy like better ones, but it was super deep customization, and then they have like extra paint jobs you can get too that are like decals. But like, so that's where they're gonna make their money, and that's a great way to do it. I will invest money in a character that I get to spend a lot of time becoming. By the way, it's one character, and you just have 4 suits. It's not 4 fucking characters.
And
You
that
gotta play the
shit
story
is
over
what
again.
I like about it, dog.
So it's like I'm gonna get deep into that, and I have no problem spending money on it. So like that's customization, humongous.
Hey,
If
they
this
really
game
did that, but this is what I
continues
wanted to
be
know
that
too.
Deep,
But that's
they
gonna
did
allow
it.
me to play
And
Destiny
this is a
still.
question. I'm sorry. I know we got to go to break, but
No.
I got to ask this question. if you work with one character, do you upgrade all the other suits, or do you have to run those suits to
Here's
upgrade?
You're gonna
thing.
pick up stuff for kind of everybody. I
That's
think.
what
Yeah,
I-
yeah.
Which I loved. Which I loved that
Just
Destiny.
more for what you're playing.
Okay, but I love that, and Destiny 1 did that. See, Destiny 1 did that.
Yeah, I
Even
know,
though
I
we had
remember that.
three-
They promoted the
even though we
crossplay
had
better.
3 different characters, even though. Well, no, people complained. It's a huge complaint. See, for me, this was like the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
Because I could main my hunter and still be dropping shit from my warlock, like
Exactly.
exotics and
And
shit.
all I gotta do is catch
and
up with
mostly it
levels.
was exotics. Usually your run of the mill stuff didn't drop.
Yeah, it
But
was
once
all
you
the
got in your
crazy
exotic
shit.
pool, it could drop any exotic item. So like, let's say your Titan was slacking, and then you just dropped like insurmountable skull fort or the armatarium for him, and you're just on your hunter, and you're like, now I'm playing my Titan. He just got double lightning grenades. Like, hell yeah! Like, this is what will make me want to play this build.
Yeah.
They took that all away because some people that only wanted to be hunters were getting Titan gear.
Stupid.
What's up with that? Da-da-da. It's called a video game, and this is how they're made, dude. It's called the loot pool. That's what's inside of it. That's how the game was fucking made. What's your problem? Well, I don't play as a Titan. So fucking dismantle it just like you would any other useless piece of fucking gear you have.
And take
get
the
fucking
material, you dick.
That's what it's called, mats. Those exotics that you don't like are called mats, materials. That's what that's called.
And it
Same with
compared
the
to
legendary.
Destiny, the way,
Same with everything. But that all changes, and exactly like it's like you get these like mixtures of these things or these ideas they thought would go better, but when you see other games implement them properly.
And keep it 1,000 though, dog. Is this just not like the better game?
Well,
so
here's
far,
the game
I'm
that
saying
learned.
so
What
far.
are you
No,
searching
it's
for?
the game that
you know?
learned.
What are you
It's
searching
the game
for?
that's now going
Honestly,
to
this
get
is
my
what-
time from
This
the
is
other.
what I'm searching
But
for.
it
This
won't.
is the game.
It won't ever replace any Destiny raid that I've ever done.
Okay.
And it will never replace the experiences that I had and
But-
me.
It is a game of
wanting
But
to go
if-
back and play.
Their raids are wild. And
But
you're like,
we don't know
oh
if they have
my
raids.
god.
We don't know what
But
the
I'm
raids
saying,
are
what
like.
if though?
But they
dog?
might be like your more traditional Diablo raids where it's just brute force fucking slamming and killing shit, and it's not.
It was
so much
already a
like
really tough challenge.
figuring stuff out.
Even just stuff in the demo, like it was hard. Excuse me. It
he's,
does take 4 people playing to that.
he's getting emotional about it.
No, no, just in the demo alone, in terms of like all the customizing what shit looks like, it was deeper than like Destiny's entire paint job.
No,
game.
absolutely. and that's
Just
the thing
in
is,
the
though,
demo.
is that's
So
the
that
thing is,
was
like,
one thing.
That's a huge thing for a lot of people.
Yeah, that is a huge thing for me. I'm making a character and
It's a
becoming
huge
the character
thing
I
for a
wanna
lot
be.
of people.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely, 100%. So, I'm not saying that it's a better game or better not.
They're
but,
different
but-
games.
But let me tell you this: it will be taking away from the time of Destiny. But like,
I think it's more comparable to Monster Hunter.
excuse me, exactly. Monster Hunter did the same thing.
What?
They are different
I
games.
think it kind of feels like
We
Destiny
played
meets
Monster Hunter while Destiny was out, though. We played Monster Hunter like maniacs, over hundreds
Now, like
and hundreds
for
of
me,
hours.
I pick
And-
one hobby game at a time, so
and
this will
you know-
probably replace Destiny for a minute, and then I'll bounce between them.
Exactly.
But I will play primarily this for a period of time.
I'm
Yeah,
happy to hear that.
100%.
I'm really happy to hear that because Paul, I called you Paul. My bad.
You
I got a text message.
motherfucker! Do I look like a goddamn
No,
Paul?
dude, they Paul. But Sam was literally like anti-Anthem for a minute. He was
Yeah,
like,
I was.
"Yeah, it looks alright. Whatever. I don't know if I'll get into it."
well, here's the deal.
You're right, but
It's
I
not
followed
anymore.
then, and I
And
looked
yes,
more,
Anthem.
and-
When Anthem first comes out, it's gonna be. Yeah, so there's gonna be like the
I'll get my
Drifter. There's gonna be
$60
like
left, but will it keep me
There's
longer
gonna be
is my
like 8
question.
days, an 8-day period
if it's a grinder, definitely
between the
should.
new DLC of Destiny and the release
Hmm.
of this game. So like, there's 8 days that Destiny is not getting played, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we load back into Destiny and we're going to see what's changed.
You already know what Destiny's gonna do.
They're
gonna do
adding
some
the Thorn.
stupid
I already
shit.
know what they're doing. They're
They're
adding
gonna
the
be
Thorn.
like
They're going to
the
they're
blah
adding
blah
the
blah
last-
festival.
The last word is tomorrow.
No, every game does that though, Rock. You think that's funny?
By the way, yeah, the last word is tomorrow.
Anthem's going to do that too. Just
Oh,
you think that's
man.
funny.
They
They're
came
gonna
out
have
with the
a
I'm
trailer.
just saying, dog.
February
You gonna hit us with a
29th.
Okay,
bullshit
you think it's
January
funny?
29th.
You think it's funny? Monster Hunters Festival just ended, and guess what they're having right now?
Another festival.
Anniversary, baby.
But that's what they do. They
Anniversary,
one thing, though,
baby.
They make
It's not even a
nothing
big
but
deal to them.
They have a
festivals, dog.
not even
humongous
a big
update
deal.
coming out in
1
August.
year
They have the whole,
anniversary.
like
Hasn't been
Iceborne
a
thing
year.
or whatever.
It's 1 year anniversary, player.
We don't even play it, dog.
You don't play it.
What? I played it.
I haven't been playing it. I
you
tried to
played
get
it
it
the time
going.
after I did, but I played it for 3 days straight, dog.
I
What
tried
you
to
talking about?
get
Like
it
2 weeks
going.
ago.
3 months ago.
And I didn't get
No.
either of you guys.
2 days straight. 3 months ago, Rock played it once.
2 weeks ago.
Rock's the gone. We're taking a break right after this last thought. Go on PlayStation
Let
Network.
me just shit on Rock real quick.
Friends, Rocky, OG Death Dealer, last signed on over a month ago.
What?
But Plug Gaming, live
I'm
DFC
here
Radio
offline.
Network.
You know that.
Plug Gaming, DFC Radio Network. We'll be right back after these breaks.
Bullshit.
Rocky
Yeah.
don't play video games.
Let's get into this track right here called The Anthem.
What these niggas want from me? Haters wanna eat now, you never getting lunch from me. Get off my tailcoat, get off addiction. Team full of mean niggas, team green like it's Listerine. Don't cross the squad, man. We get them off, man. We on the front court shooting, you just a ball fan. I'm on the top back, y'all do it all bad. Grind on the regular, tell competitors all bad. Test the team, homie. Watch you fall flat. Don't want the fame, but the change. I need all that. Hustlers get your guap up. Rappers get your props up. Cause sky is the limit and we got heaven on lockup. Back down to earth, street swerving down Atlantic. Long Beach rider to death, we straight smashing. This is for my family. This is for the masses. This ADX anthem in case anyone asks me. Oh, I'm taking this shit head on, head on. And the streets till 6 in the morning. Niggas don't want no ruckus. Tell me who won it with these shots up, boys. We stay hustling. Catch me in the booth to the night. Streets holding tight. Grind for my life, for my life. And niggas don't want no ruckus. Bring the bullshit and we'll be dumping. Boy, we stay hustling. Hey, I rep my team, rep my city, and rep my scene. D, I'm down for mine. On the grind all the time, like overtime. I ride to the death, can't do it like this, so don't try to step. Can't move it like this, so don't try to test. Got shotters on the side of me, right in my left, cause we do it so swift, we do it so sick, and we ain't gonna stop. We got money to get, we got honeys to flip, got the streets on lockdown, so why would we stop now? We holding the spot down. Sour Diesel Hennessy, a bad bitch next to me, ADX human going down up in history. Do it to the death of me, so ain't nothing left of me. Dumping off the weaponry, hold it down for centuries. Oh, I'm taking this shit head on, head on. In the streets till 6 in the morning. Niggas don't want no ruckus. Tell me who won it with these shots up, boys. We stay hustling. Catch me in the booth to the night. Streets holding tight. Grind for my life, for my life. And niggas don't want no ruckus. Bring the bullshit and we'll be dumping. Boy, we stay hustling. Bonafide hustler, stay up in the street, grinding all day and all night so we can eat. Roll up on your homies like niggas, stick 'em up. Now bags in the stash in the back of the truck. Pounds of the diesel, throw it in the air. Tipping Hennessy for my niggas who ain't here. Back on my feet after shedding a few tears. Give me 2 years stacked up with a few mil. Niggas locked up, but the homies still here. Rapping ADX fresh in the full gear. Killing the recession, puffing on the chop. Teddy Brock shot, killing blue clocks. Haters got no idea you ain't ready. It'll be a sad song if you niggas test me. Them niggas tryna send 100 cops to come get me. Gibbo sprayed a couple shots and told them bitches come catch me. Oh, I'm taking this shit head on, head on. In the streets till 6 in the morning. Niggas don't want no ruckus. Tell me who won it with these shots up, boys. We stay hustling. Catch me in the booth to the night. Streets holding tight. Grind for my life, for my life. And niggas don't want no ruckus. Bring the bullshit and we'll be dumping. Boy, we stay hustling.
DFC Radio,
Remake.com.
Riding down the west coast, candy paint dripping cause I just got a fresh coat. California raised me, an LA baby, the Chevrolet raisin, scraping on Dayton's, riding down Rosecrans, get with the program, call me the drone man, the hydros potents, got your eyes low, lower than the ocean, just west coasting through the coast, with the potion, and the best dro to smoke, the baddest bitches, girls in bikinis with ass and titties. The hustle game easy, you just can't believe till you see me on TV. Drive down the wrong street, might see the tech smoke. Hop in the ride and let's go to the west coast. This life is like a movie. You meet a model bitch, then you fuck her like a groupie. Raised. Second son of Easy E, so don't be amazed. Same nigga, same flow, same mind frame. I'm all about the loot cheap. Fuck minimum wage, cruising through these Cali streets, smoking on this OG. Cash rules everything around me, I need more cream. West Coast, get it in. What the fuck you think? Saying I'm riding with you, really though, this money in the bank. E3 hotter than the California forecast. Burning up these tracks, nigga, I need more cash. Yeah, I'm a bona fide hustler. Fuck with my family or cash and I'ma cut ya. Real G's get it, that's only the obvious. Go against us, you know you facing the consequence. I love my state, but I really hate the politics. Better keep stepping, buddy boy, in a pile of shit. Yeah, in a pile of shit. E3, get it in, nigga, I'm live as shit. 3, 2, 1. As the world keeps spinning, like gold hundred spokes, engine running, Chevy gunning down the coast. Just let it roll. Who doesn't love to see a 6-4 hop down the block, banging Easy E and Pop? Motherfuck the cops. Got drove in my ride, but I ain't even tripping. It was another summer night and about to get the dipping. California A got some beautiful women. Gotta see it for yourself. It's such a beautiful vision. Palm trees, palm weed. Won't you ride with me? West Coast in, floating through these Cali streets, cruising down the boulevard in the late night. Sunset to the daylight, we take flight. Lights, camera, action, fast cars and jewelry, models and groupies. We film in a movie. It's a motion picture, everybody's a celebrity. Won't you take a picture? It's a motion picture, everybody's a celebrity. Won't you take a picture? Latin girls, Asians, black girls, Jamaicans, white girls, they all on vacation. Pop another bottle, yeah, we buy 'em by the cases and we spinning big faces.
tfzradio.com.
Get your paper, 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 get your paper. I hustle hard, 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 I hustle hard. Yeah, I stack that money, just money, that's money, that's money, that money, just stack that money. Yeah, I stack that money, just money, that's money, that's money, that money, just stack that money. You weak hustlers just make me laugh, and I ain't fucking with it if it don't make me cash. All I do is stack money, I'm a grown-ass man. This a West Coast addiction, team on the map. Bring the heat on the track, bring the fire in the booth. I'm tired of these motherfuckers lying to you. It's for the real ass hustlers who clocking that dough like Urban G. Bo, who just got home. Get your paper, 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 get your paper. I hustle hard, 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 I hustle hard. Yeah, I stack that money, just money, that's money, that's money, that money, just stack that money. Yeah, I stack that money, just money, that's money, that's money, that money, just stack that money. I hustle harder, I got to get it. Ain't no waiting around for somebody to give it. I stand on my own too, the grind I live it. The 9 to 5 can't provide the digits. My vision's exquisite, like the stones that I wear. Got gold around my neck, got diamonds on my ear. All the whips that I own, sitting on chrome. Candy painted bike that's sitting on gold. Get your paper, 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 get your paper. I hustle hard, 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 I hustle hard. Yeah, I stack that money, just money, that's money, that's money, that money, just stack that money. Yeah, I stack that money, just money, that's money, that's money, that money.
Throwing weed up in the bag, let me get a couple mags, and we do it just like that. We some money loving freaks, so my niggas gotta eat, so we out there moving.
Get your paper up, get your paper up.
I'm stacking so much dough, I got a paper cut. I'm packing so much hay, I filled the stable up. And I don't give a fuck, you lay down for my paper chunk. Yeah. The cold life that we leadin', hustle hard just to stay breathing. Jesus.
Get your paper up, get your paper up, get your paper up. I hustle hard, I hustle hard, I hustle hard, I hustle hard, I hustle hard. Yeah, stack that money, just stack that money. 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 We so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. We so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. Yeah, we so high. split smoker, don't need no roller. So roll my doja, I can first show ya. Big stench odor, Christmas cola. Sticky as the growers, we gon' teach more up. We gon' see more bud, pockets on forest. Yeah, they cheer for us, cause we got more of what they want in store plus. If I can't fly, I'ma puff till I soar up. Good day for 'em. The way I run these trees, you could say I run forest. Yeah, I run for it, run toward it. Haters can't ignore it. All that ladies love it. It's so euphoric. They so blatantly adore. Bumping all the cuts as we cruising to the night. Like that cut from DJ Quick, cause it's going down tonight. Just sliding at the split so I can hit it while I ride. And shorty looking swift, I'ma hit it while I drive. We so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. We so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. Yeah, we so high. Fire up another split. Take a hit, show life I'm fucking with. And I'd be lying if I said my life is perfect. I'm hurting inside enough for me to catch a burden. Lungs turning black smoke till my chest is burning. Can't hold back, I'm high till the morning. We brew money, it's the only thing that levels me. You can call it remedy, but never gets the best of me. Twisted, getting lifted while I'm shook into the bitches. Got me feeling like the riches, I'm on it, so get with it. Flipping on that killer soul, smoking with a privilege. Taking high in the gifted, so don't mind if I'm tripping. Gotta keep my hustle up, so I smoke the top shell. If your lungs are strong enough, smoke with somebody else. I need that good, burning like wood should. I could wood, burn it like good wood should. High, touch the sky, sky. I wanna go up, light the blunt, I wanna get high, touch the sky, sky. I wanna go up, light the blunt, We so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. We so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. We so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. We so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping.
You want to play that Resident Evil video too? Oh, we're back.
Nico Green. Tanisha had a baby.
Things got a little crazy, slightly out of hand during the break. We're all adults, so adult things happen. And, maybe $1 or $2 was made during the break.
No, not yet.
So, anyways.
Hey, why does that sound like prostitution all of a sudden?
Rock, you were, I intentionally left that part out.
Oh.
Rock's been selling his asshole for years now.
Not my
And
asshole.
We've actually had to turn out a couple tricks in the back of the studio.
I don't sell my asshole.
Oh, you were talking about prostitution?
Sell ding-ga-ling.
You were talking about prostitution.
Yeah.
Look, as long as he's
Oh, I thought
making
we were
me
talking
money,
about-
I don't care what
I
he's
thought we
selling.
were talking about when you were selling your butthole.
No, I don't sell that.
Oh. Oh,
Ding
excuse
away.
me then. Maybe no money was made. I guess he just gives away for free.
Oh.
You didn't hear what
Oh.
Hey, you got me with
anyways.
that one.
Anyways, what were you talking about?
Free demos.
Fuck this party.
Yes, I'm done for the night.
I don't know. I just fucking hate carrots, man. John, he came over. We shaved a carrot, and
Fuck
Dave,
carrots.
says Dave Chappelle.
gonna-
Anyways,
You know what we're gonna talk about today?
Resident Evil 2
That is a game.
remake dropped fucking Friday, and
I'm
I
surprised
fired it
you
up at
played
around.
the Anthem demo.
I know I fired it up at midnight because the Anthem demo didn't go live till Saturday.
Yeah.
So I fired it up around midnight, played like 52 minutes or something like that. I got some footage. But it's great. It's so good. It's so good. The best part is the game itself is still intact, everything about it. And then you get all the advancements of modern technology with your HD video. So 21 years ago, fucking looks like, you know.
Yeah, this is the one where you choose between her or the guy.
Yeah, exactly.
And they have like they showed all those weird gimmicky things about how cheesy it was. There's
the movement's
all
super
over now.
cheesy.
So
The movement is super cheesy, but it's made.
this is that
supposed to be like
exact
that.
game, just
Same
super
as-
updated.
Super updated. They did,
Hell
and they
yeah.
did the best job.
I just
It's-
wanted to make sure I remember those videos right because I wanted to make sure that was it too.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
And they did such a good job that so many people. There's so many Resident Evil fans. Like, Resident Evil's been a good series too. Like, they've done a good job with all of the games. Some of the games of late haven't been the greatest. However, the 7 really brought a lot of people back. And then 1 was remade. Resident Evil was remade. They did a great job. And then they announced 2. And that just set people off because Resident Evil 2 was when they really got into their mode of like how the game really works, the complexity, the levels to it. It's not just a survival game. It's a puzzle. It's got all kinds of ins and outs, secrets, playable characters, everything about it. It's Capcom did a great job with everything about Resident Evil. And they keep that true through almost all the series. All the series is kind of keeps that common thread where there's tons of secrets. You're developing this huge story that nobody wants to really ever talk about because somebody fucked
look
up
how many
royally
movies
at
they
Umbrella
got.
Corp.
Look how
But-
one of the few game franchises to become
Oh.
a successful movie series.
so many successful
What?
ones, too.
Those
Yeah.
movies were bullshit.
Rock!
Rock.
Rock!
They have like 6 of them.
Rock, you're forever.
Still trash.
You
I don't care.
remember what we
They
had to
got
explain? We had to
6 of 'em.
explain to this guy what a B movie was. You were bad, dude. You're not good at movies. No more movie critics for critiques for Rock on
What?
the
Are
show.
you seriously
You
saying
just
that
said
those were
Resident
good?
Evil wasn't a good
that's a
fucking.
You like those shitty movies?
Whoa!
They were all trash.
Whoa!
Every last one of them.
dude.
Bullshit.
I've seen maybe
Except for
3.
the cartoon ones.
Whoa!
I didn't even know there were cartoon ones.
Yo,
What?
dude. For real?
Yeah, man.
Like, hey, for real?
Sleep.
For real, Saint? This might be a first, though. You're gonna have to cut this guy's mic off.
What?
He can't talk. He can't talk for the rest of the show. You just said Resident Evils are not good. You just said.
What about Silent Hill?
What the fuck are
The
you
Silent
talking
Hill
about?
movie? I didn't
Don't
even
even
watch it.
make a comment on it. Don't even
I
make a
didn't
What
comment.
about
Don't
Tomb
even make-
Raider?
Don't
Trash.
even make a comment.
What about the
man.
new Tomb Raider?
I haven't
Shut
seen
it off. Shut it off. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear his voice anymore. I don't want to hear his voice anymore. Dude.
I like this grilling right now.
He's off. He's off.
What about the Sonic the Hedgehog movie that's not out yet, but they teased
Don't
it?
ask him questions. Don't ask him questions because they can't hear him. You're confusing. You're confusing.
I want his opinion on everything.
You're confusing our audience because they can't hear what he's saying.
You guys are wild right now.
Come on, this is Rocky's sideshow. It's called Everything Sucks.
I want you to rethink. I want you to rethink.
Sorry, everything's trash.
I want you to
They were
rethink your
terrible
previous
movies.
statements.
They were terrible movies.
Tell me, explain to me what was terrible about them.
They were trash.
What about the Lion
That's
King
not good
video
enough.
game?
That's not good enough for me.
The Lion King video.
On Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis,
Yeah, I'm just
great.
seeing what he will call a good game. Because at this point,
Okay, turn his mic back on. But seriously, dude, this is unacceptable. Like, maybe just start keeping your opinions to yourself.
What?
I don't know. Resident Evil was a bad. Okay, there's 6 of them to choose from,
I have never seen
And-
Dutch
and you can't say that any
explode
of them are really
like
bad,
this.
dude.
You hit close to home.
Resident Evil. Shit.
You're kidding yourself. You're kidding yourself.
Terrible movies.
Rock, and your opinion.
Preferred
and,
the games way
and
over the movies.
you got to play video
What
games
about
to
Prince of
even
Persia
build
with
a
Jake
comment.
Gyllenhaal?
I play video games.
What
You
about
don't.
what about
Just because I appear offline doesn't mean anything.
Rocky? What
No,
about Prince
you
of
just don't play
Persia with Jake Gyllenhaal?
Rocky.
That was terrible compared to the game. The games were great. They need to redo
I'm
them
just
and stop
asking you
being
every
weird.
game movie I can think of.
That doesn't even.
They're all
compare.
trash to him. He doesn't like any of them.
Yeah, I'm
doesn't
not
even
really a
compare.
fan of movie games that are turned into movies. Are disappointing.
All right. So
Sam
we're
was
watching
actually
Resident
exactly
Evil.
saying that exact same thing. He was exactly saying the
That was
exact
just
same
a
thing.
fun game
The one exception, the one exception,
Was Resident Evil?
Resident Evil, and that's true, and that's 100% true.
I don't know. Maybe I got to rewatch them.
Doom,
So far,
Doom
you sound like a maniac.
Doom with the
Doom?
first-person camera.
with Rock.
I will flip this table over
That-
if you don't
that-
fucking
dude.
knock it off right
Take
now.
it for
I
what
love
it
this.
is.
What are
dude.
you talking about?
Your terrible taste in movies.
What? Did you not see Titan? I told you about Titan.
Hey, how do we
You didn't
settle
watch
this?
Titan?
Thank you for thank you for supplying the ammo, brother.
How do we?
This
how do
guy
we
Did you
settle
see the
this?
movie Rubber?
This guy sends me with a Okay, let's talk about these 2 recommendations that I get from Rocky. One of them is about a tire that kills people. Okay, first of
I've
all,
seen that movie.
First of all, shut this in. First of all, one of them is about a tire.
I've seen
that
that.
kills-
Like
You
rubber,
saw
or
Rubber
whatever the
Dog?
fuck it is.
Oh
Oh my god.
oh my
One of them
I
is
watch
about
a lot of movies.
one of them is about a tire that kills people.
It was
Yeah.
cold.
I love shit.
It's
Hey,
called.
fucking
It's
bitches
called.
too.
Hold on. It's called Rubber.
And he was smashing too.
Okay.
It gets worse.
Yeah.
It is told from
The other one
perspective- Wait,
is
no,
called Titan.
No, but stop.
and it's got your one dude in it from fucking Terminator Salvation, whatever his name is, and literally it's about nothing.
It's about nothing.
It's about a guy that goes under a secret program to have his body changed. His body gets changed. He
Until
realizes
some
that they did it
fucking
to
alien.
a bitch too. She dies, and then he decides he's just not going to do anything. That's the end of it.
All right.
It's the movie. The movie's
be-
about
he's
the
gonna be here
movie's
forever?
about them doing
An
about
experimental research.
I never said it was a good movie.
Shut up.
I said it was wild.
Shut up, right
And
now.
it was
You
wild.
fucking shut your goddamn
You're
mouth.
telling me that movie wasn't wild as
Somebody
So-
get him out of here.
Out of
Rewind
nowhere,
to Rubber.
Out of nowhere, they just
No.
flipped. They just flipped.
You
Start
don't.
killing
You
motherfuckers.
gave Rubber no justice.
Oh my
Let me
God.
just say one thing, because it's way dummer.
What?
It goes.
Rubber was
It is-
legendary.
Okay, Rubber is told from the perspective of a guy doing he's like showing this tour group around.
Wait,
and
you're
telling
telling me
them
it's
the
not
story
told from the perspective of a
Rubber.
rubber tire?
Well, no. Let me finish. It's this guy that's like doing this tour group is telling them the story of Rubber, and then Rubber is happening. But then at a point, Rubber is in the distance looking at them, and it comes and kills them. That's how that movie goes.
Fuck
It
me.
is Rubber. Rubber
exactly.
as-
Rock.
It is
Rock-
Rubber
Rock,
as fuck.
Rock's entire house knows of the movie Rubber,
I know that movie.
but he comes over here and says Resident Evil. And he doesn't even give us a particular one. He puts them all 6
Look,
different movies in the same
maybe
category.
it's
Trash.
like the
You gotta
human
be fucking
centipede.
kidding me.
It's if you
Do you
see
like
it, you're
Walking
gonna see
Dead?
it with
Yeah, I
people
love
because
Walking
you gotta
Re-
witness it.
Resident Evil. There's like literally portions of Resident Evil that is just like Walking Dead. It's like a long extended cut of her fighting fucking zombies and murdering them in the most
I like
exquisite
Resident
and creative ways.
The most ridiculous fucking movie ever
And then she
made.
ran on buildings in 2.
Oh my God.
It's not the most ridiculous. Waterworld is the most ridiculous movie. ever.
Jack
What are
Black
you saying?
is
Waterworld was trash?
It was
Jack
filmed
Black
all
is in
on
Waterworld.
water.
It was
My
a great
favorite
and it
movie.
cost millions and millions and millions of dollars, and
Did
it
you
only
not
made
watch it?
and it made less than $1 million.
But did you
It's
not
the most
watch it?
ridiculous. It's my favorite movie
Story
in
of
the
it
world.
lives forever.
In reality, it's the most ridiculous movie ever made.
I can't argue that.
Resident Evil is not. That is one of the fucking most
love
like
that
they're like
movie.
Resident Evil. We have to make this
Oh my
movie.
God, dog.
You're a psychopath. That's all I gotta say.
We're not allowed
you're
to
a
talk.
fucking
Hey,
psychopath,
remember
dude.
how you cut
No.
some things off from
No.
this show? You
You
guys
are
aren't allowed
crazy.
to talk about movies anymore.
No.
Ever again.
You're crazy.
How would we not talk about Dragon Ball? You're insane right
I
You're
want to
crazy.
get. I'll talk at that.
No,
that movie.
you're insane, Rock. I don't know.
now.
I don't know. if you
Waterworld
can-
was a great fucking movie.
Yes, it is.
Time
It's
out.
one of my favorite
Mine
movies.
too, dog.
Hey, Sick, you can
The
turn both of their
Postmaster was
mics off.
bullshit.
You don't
That
listen.
is
He
the
doesn't
worst
listen.
movie ever
He doesn't
made.
listen to you. He doesn't listen to you, Sam. And what were you saying?
The Postmaster was bullshit.
Super
Kevin
brawly.
Costner.
Yeah, Postmaster
You're
was bullshit.
kidding
Super
Were you
brawly
the OG
movie.
Postman?
Hey, get the
That
fuck
the horse.
out of here, dog.
Talking about, and he lays the bitch down on the road, and he just slaps the cheeks because he meets her up, and he gets, literally no connections to the out society whatsoever, riding through wild, delivering your mail
fucking nuts
through
right
all obstacles.
I have never seen.
Ridiculous.
His life on the line to deliver mail,
Ridiculous
slapping cheeks
fucking
on the
move.
way,
Dog, ridiculous.
murking
move.
fools,
Ridiculous.
surviving. What are you talking about?
You're killing me, dog. What are you talking about? I cannot believe you right now.
That is one of the best.
You're
Kevin-
insane. The Postmaster.
with
Oh,
Kevin
wait a minute.
Costner.
Field of Dreams.
Dude. Are you really talking? You're bringing Phil. Are you?
What are you talking? What are you do? Are you a fan of that too? I'm out of here, dog.
If you build it, they will fucking come, Rocky. Yeah, leave, homie. You gotta go. You gotta go. If you build it, they will come, Rocky. Shut up, dude. Who's gonna cut the grass?
This dude is insane. I can't believe you, dog.
What do you mean? What
If
do
you
you
build
mean?
it, they will come.
Listen to it,
Bullshit,
dude.
dog.
That's a great.
Oh my god, man.
Field
Field
of
of Dreams.
About a farmer's anguish and the hardships of being a farmer about to lose it all. And what does he do? He doesn't plant a crop. He builds a fucking baseball field. What do you mean? That's the
Oh my
American
God.
dream.
Oh my god, dog. I cannot believe you right now.
You don't know movies, bro.
I can't
You don't
believe
know.
you.
You have a hard time interpreting.
You are
it.
joking. You are fucking playing games,
your
dog.
ability.
I'm being trolled. I got pulled into this.
There's something wrong with your frontal lobe.
I've been pulled
There's something
into
wrong with your frontal lobe.
I'm being
Your
trolled.
ability to perceive and interpret it, what someone is trying to do in a movie
Field of Dreams.
is not a good movie.
Honestly, Postmaster, I might have to rewatch.
It's not even called Postmaster. I don't
Well,
think.
I'm gonna say the
It's game-
Postman.
The Postman, yes, okay.
Yeah, not the
Okay.
Postmaster.
I knew what you were talking about. First of all, we're talking about 3 fucking classics of Kevin Costner.
Oh, well, first of
there.
all, one
And
classic,
you're-
and that's
you're-
Waterworld.
Where
so
are
on
you
acid.
right now?
He took
That's
it's
my
leaking in
question.
something.
Where the
The
fuck
acid's
are
leaking
you
into
two
your
right
pocket from your pocket.
You are insane.
Either you took tabs of acid or it's leaking
Told us
through.
the entire plot.
It's
of
leaking-
Field of Dreams.
It's leaking through. It's leaking.
I can't
through.
believe you. I can't believe you.
This
He's
is a
joking.
problem. No, this is.
This
a
dude
problem.
is joking, dog.
We have to stop. The show's been halted because of this. You. I don't know.
You're
dude.
joking.
I can't. We can't take what Rock says on any critique whatsoever.
Field of fucking Dreams
Is a good movie.
in Postman.
Great. Oh my God. He slaps the cheeks. He's a savage. He delivers the mail. He's a savage.
And this motherfucker was a psychopath. He was a psycho.
He's
That
a
nigga
savage
was crazy
and
as
delivers
fuck.
the mail.
You're crazy.
He does the most
was a
ultimate
fucking maniac.
He does the
He was a
most
maniac.
ultimate service.
He was a
when
maniac.
the service is
He
not
found
heard
a
of.
post bag
Rogue.
and said, "Hey,
Rogues.
fuck it, I'm gonna start delivering this bullshit."
And he utilized it
Wow.
for his gain, and then he also delivered the mail.
Oh my god.
And he also slapped cheeks, and he also murked people.
You're
What
wild.
is there not to like about that?
You're wild.
Okay, the post-apocalyptic world, mail doesn't exist, but there is still mail out there. The guy shows up. He sees the mailbag. What does he do? He decides he's gonna deliver mail and kick ass and slap cheeks while he's doing it, on horseback.
Oh my god.
Oh my God,
You're insane.
dude! If they would have gave him a sword, it would have been the best
the
movie
most
ever
wild
made.
touches ever been.
I cannot do that.
You're
And
getting me-
I don't even know what it's about anymore.
You're
Yeah,
getting me hyped up about. You said the Postman.
You just talked
Trash.
about
Costner.
the most random.
Dog.
Trash.
I'm sorry, man. And I'm a Costner fan, dog.
Not a Costner. You're a liar.
I'm a Costner
You're a liar.
fan.
You're a liar.
But I cannot do Field of Dreams.
you're a
You,
liar.
you might get me with Postmaster. I might watch it.
You're a.
I might watch it with you.
You are.
Because
Yeah.
I was young when I watched it, and I probably don't really remember it well.
I'm just.
But
were young
Field
when
of
you-
Dreams,
is even older. So you were even younger. So you couldn't have understood it then.
I can't fuck with it.
You can't fuck with
I
Kevin
can't
Costner.
fuck with
then.
it, dog.
You can't fuck with Kevin.
I can't.
Oh my God.
I can't
Nuts.
fuck with him, man. I'm sorry.
We're not
like-
nuts. This is sensible. This is
But
normal.
This
thing
is
any normal
lunacy,
person.
dog.
Why did
this
you-
is not normal. This
Where
is
was there any
lunacy.
disagreement? You just both yelled at each other. The
He said it's a
different
terrible
movies.
movie.
What did you say was terrible?
You don't even
Field
see,
of Dreams.
can't
You
even
said
keep
it was terrible.
It
I couldn't even
is.
keep up. That got so fucking nuts.
Yeah, it's hard
Oh,
to keep
man.
up with this
It
fucking
just-
idiocracy. Don't It's fucking ludicrous.
Dog,
It's
don't
fucking
play
ludicrous.
me.
Like,
He's trying to play me right now, dog. Do
Rocky,
not play
this-
me. You're insane.
You're
Field of
insane.
Dreams, dog. Hands down, is the second worst movie ever made.
Batman.
You're the only person that thinks that in the entire world.
Oh man,
The entire world.
the first movie
Oh my god.
was a Johnny Depp movie called The Ninth Gate.
Oh my god.
Stupidest fucking movie I ever saw in my entire life.
Whoa.
I had never seen anything
Why do
stupid
you
in my
even know
entire
that?
life.
See, that's what I'm saying. I've never even seen it. I'm smart enough. See, my critiques and ability to judge movies are so good.
Hey, dog,
I wouldn't
I'll
even
watch
experience
movies,
it.
dog.
I wouldn't even
because
experience
I
it.
watch movies,
That's a
dog.
waste of time.
That's what I do. I watch movies.
I don't even believe in time,
Costner in
and that's a
Resident
waste
Evil?
of time. And that's a waste.
How
of
did we get there?
Yeah.
Oh, I just brought up some wild shit that I thought Dutch might like,
You-
and he did.
Yeah, but you went fucking. I've never seen that. I am
What?
amazed.
What?
What?
I have not seen you get so lit on an episode, and
What?
it has nothing to do with
Yes,
video
the
games.
Postman.
It's
Yeah,
just,
it
that
does
was-
have to do with video games
that was
because
great.
it does have to do with video games, and here's why. I'm going to tie it all back in for you.
Ooh.
Rock is a host on a video game show
That's
that he
right.
offers his critique on media.
Yeah.
And we just realized that he has a shortcoming
Oh, don't
on his
blame
abilities
me.
to judge media.
Like,
And these video games fall in this
media.
category.
Insane.
Fall in the same category of his interpretation of someone else's art. And he's not. He's failing.
You're insane.
You're insane. Dude, look at the cover. He slaps the cheek. Oh my god. Is this really true? Watch this. He's gonna slap the cheeks. Who's the actress that he slaps down
how
right
many
there?
times can we get a soundbite of that?
Michelle Pfeiffer?
Slap the cheeks.
Was it Michelle
slap
Pfeiffer?
the
in it?
cheeks.
I don't think Michelle Pfeiffer was in. I don't remember.
No, it's not Michelle Pfeiffer.
And
It's
Michelle
Oh,
Pfeiffer
we
used to
got
be
like
bad than a
1,000.
motherfucker when I was young. I can't even bullshit you. That might have been random, but I'm just. She was so nice.
Oh man,
what?
I've heard you say slap the cheeks
Oh.
20 times.
Dude, it's a 3-hour movie.
Oh my god! 3 hours of entire bullshit, dog.
1997.
It was drug out.
Why did I say
It was the most
anything?
drug out fucking movie ever
Shut
created,
up. I'm
dog.
trying to see who he slaps real quick.
Oh, you're insane.
How do we get here?
Michelle Pfeiffer.
no. She's
Yo.
a nobody. She doesn't even show up in the top.
We started at Resident Evil.
Yeah, and now we're into movies because Resident Evil is the movies. That is hard.
I know, but who's in the Resident? I don't remember anyone that
Box
was.
office 17.6 million. Rocky.
I
Oh my
don't
God,
remember
dog.
anyone
What
that
was out at
in
that
the Resident
time,
Evil
dog?
movie. Who was in
1997.
it?
Everything.
Think
Ace
about it.
Ventura.
Different movies,
And
you're right.
fuck it, I don't know.
I don't
This
know, man.
fucking guy.
But that's
Terminator
the thing,
2?
Kevin Costner was that nigga at the time, so whatever, dog. It's like Denzel Washington, whatever, motherfucker. I'm over that.
He just said he's over Denzel. See what I mean, guys? We have that recorded.
I didn't say I was over Denzel.
You said it's just like Denzel Washington. I'm over that. The soundbite sounds like you said that, so we'll doctor it up.
Man,
if
y'all
we
can
have
take it
to.
whatever way you want,
We'll
dog.
erase what I just said too, so no one can catch that. But we'll fucking save your shit forever.
Just saying, man. You're wild.
You're wild, dude. Whatever, man.
You're wild.
We can't talk about Resident Evil 2 anymore because Rocky doesn't like it.
What? I like Resident Evil, the game. I love Resident Evil games. But the movies.
Rocky's terrible, man.
Shit water.
Whatever. Speaking of movies, you guys want to talk about a movie anyways.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Bro.
Limited release over what was it? About 10 days have been since it started now. It ended early last week.
I don't even know.
So
My
it's
homie
like
went and saw
you
it
could go
yesterday.
see. Oh, so it's still out.
Yeah.
So it's still available to go see.
It's
in
only like 2
theaters.
theaters though. I think it's like Long Beach Town Center. or
It's
one.
fucking trash.
It was-
What you? Oh my saying, Dutch is
Speaking-
on
all right, so
drugs,
we
dog.
made
He's
it to
on
the movie I
crack.
wanted to talk about.
You're really on drugs though. He really
Okay.
is, guys. Rock's really
Hey,
on
don't
drugs.
look at the camera,
He's
dog.
really on
drugs.
Hey,
Oh,
he's fucking.
But Brawley movie. Guess what? It was on YouTube for like 12 hours today.
Oh yeah.
That's what I did this morning.
I went on the 13th
That-
hour and tried to
That
get
movie
mine.
might be the greatest Dragon Ball thing I've seen
Yeah,
ever.
yeah.
Like,
Broly was raw.
we're
dog.
talking rainbow level energy levels. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, it was
but
wild.
I'm not
happened.
sure what he's saying. I'm not, uncertain.
We're
Uncertain about what he means
talking.
there. I think he meant his
first
powerful.
I'm.
It's pearl. It's not rainbow. It's pearl.
We're not sure
You
why.
want to argue at that point? This
You're not.
shit is,
You're
it
not
is
sure why
nuts.
it's shining like that, but it is.
It's pearl energy.
Dog, reality changes colors on you. Like it is
Hey, that shit
so
was
insane.
wild.
It is the most epic Dragon Ball fight I have ever seen.
Honestly, no, I don't think they could top it.
A whole new story for Brawly. Better story for Brawly.
Okay.
Yeah. Great revamp, dog.
Yeah.
It was the revamp on Brawly's story took him to such a primal level, dog, and this new ability that only he has, dog.
Do we need to
Oh my
recap
God,
the original
bro.
story? He grew up close. He was a baby next to baby Goku, and Goku
Goku
cried
was a
lot.
crybaby, and he
And
just was an angry
that was
baby.
the whole
like,
reason
fuck.
he was Ultra Saiyan. In this story, I believe is he the Saiyan God?
Who, Broly?
Broly?
No. See, this is the thing. Broly's original story, he was they made him like
I know
he was a
his
legendary
original
Super
story,
Saiyan.
but like,
But he wasn't the original. They fixed that
okay,
when you found out it was Bardock. He was the original Super Saiyan.
okay,
And
well,
the legend was built around him, too.
okay. See,
Well,
Broly
that
was
was
just.
Well, I'm listening. I'm
there's
listening.
nothing you're
I want
losing,
you-
like,
I want Rocky to.
the movie
go off on
opens
his
with
knowledge
Brawly
about
being
it.
like the strongest baby they've ever seen. Like,
Yeah, but that was the thing. He was the strongest baby, and Goku was a late bloomer. Like he was like supposed to be like a super low level, like street. Like he wasn't even supposed to even see the field.
Mm-hmm.
He was so low leveled, or they would send him to a planet that was so dangerous he would be killed because he was worthless.
Yeah.
But he was slept on. He ended up being the baddest motherfucker alive. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. But let's get back on Broly, dog. So with Broly,
so dope. First-person camera point of view,
yeah,
Brawly.
that was wild. You got to see a
fucking
first-person
beating
fade
down.
against Goku, though.
Oh, it was
a
insane.
first-person fade, dog. I
Oh.
was like, what just happened just
Right?
now, dog?
Oh, it was so lit. It was like that.
So they're bringing some modern.
Hey, they were wild for
modern
that
tech
shit.
into.
My breakfast was so hype because I would cook some eggs like while I watched the whole slow intro, like a typical Dragon Ball thing, and then as soon as it gets intense, it's just
because this is like
more
the super.
intense.
This is a Dragon Ball Super world.
yes.
Well,
So
that's the
it's
thing.
that universe.
Beerus
But
is just
that's
hanging out
created
there
by
the whole
the
time.
original
I know,
guy.
I know. So like this is
Yeah.
like what we're getting. I know. So what we're getting in
the real
this
story.
Super is exactly. So what Super's delivering is like this
It totally
original
revamped the series
creators
for them.
stripped down. Like this is kind of what I ultimately wanted to deliver to you guys.
Yeah.
Plus, because of modern times with
know,
the ability to
but-
communicate, there's
but
some
Brawly
there's some
too, though.
feedback from the fans that
But that's
gets
the problem.
implemented.
But this is the
right.
this is the thing. Brawly's story never added up. It's always been weird. And
Right, of course.
they tried to fix it with movies
Well,
that
those
their
are things
original creator.
when you're super fans and you know things about shit like that. You kind of just are like, well, that's just the way it is. He just cried
Okay.
a lot, so we took it. We take it. You know what I
talking
mean? You
super
take
fans,
you take
you like-
bullshit statements and stories for like, hey, that's just how it is. All right.
They even have the epic like get him in the gut combo. Remember how it's like in the
Oh,
old
yeah, yeah.
Broly, it's like
Yeah.
that one hit. It's his weak spot. Is like
Yeah.
right there, and they keep that true.
Yeah. Yeah,
It was so awesome though.
absolutely.
Oh yeah, and then like Frieza in it is just ridiculous.
oh my god, they played Frieza though, dog.
Oh my god. Actually,
He deserved
I think
it.
Totally Frieza. Totally Frieza.
Yeah,
Doesn't give a shit.
yeah, man. But this is
loved it.
this is the thing that they
Oh,
fixed about
man.
Broly.
It was so
The
fun.
original design of Broly was supposed to be like he was like a Neanderthal. He was supposed to be like the gutterest of Saiyans, and Saiyans were like fucking apes. They were like maniac monsters. So that's how he was designed. But they gave him this like God Prince look. I never understood that shit. But the creator didn't design that Broly. Like that wasn't his thing. The creator, this was the look he had for Broly, and he still brought that whole big Super Saiyan shit because this is like the raw form of a Saiyan. Like Broly is the epitome of a Saiyan. This is how Goku and Vegeta is supposed to be. Like even in Super, he tells them they'll never be as strong as they could be because their base level hasn't reached its full potential. And Broly's base level is raw. So him being base level, he's fighting against Super Saiyan God versions of Goku and Vegeta, tearing their ass up. And they like, what the fuck? And then when he goes Super Saiyan, he's taking like control against Blue. And they had to fuse to even be able to handle him.
They explained it well, kind of like Gohan, with being like raw emotion, and he turns into like that ape type mode where he loses all control, but has like ultra soaring power.
But
levels.
he doesn't transform.
Yeah.
He takes the power of the ape in physical form like this.
Yeah. So that's
base
his
form.
transformation, but
Yeah.
it gets ultra as fuck.
But he can also still go Super Saiyan. He'll be able to go Super Saiyan God, all that shit.
He's
Like,
gonna catch
he'll
up fast.
Yeah, he's gonna catch. Like he learns as he fights. Like literally fighting Goku and them, they was kicking his ass, and then all of a sudden he was just.
So how
own
did they
it.
introduce Brawley then in the
The story's the same about them sending him off to a planet.
Okay, so then he arrives the same
like that. They just cleaned it up a lot better.
So then like he arrives like the same way he's expected to show up. He arrives.
Well,
His dad went and
his
raised
dad
him.
always brings him.
Right,
Like his
okay,
like
right.
they just never really went in depth with the story of how
No,
he
okay,
was
okay,
exiled
yeah.
and stuff
And then
like that.
Frieza Force people found them and picked
Yeah.
them up and saved
Right.
them.
Okay.
So that's like Frieza is the one who introduced him into the world, though. Like.
Absolutely.
It's-
So
it's-
there's still
you
stuff
wanna
that,
talk about
that
how
rings
dumb it
true.
actually is?
So
It's-
like he just it's refined.
You didn't
Yeah.
get so it's actually about Frieza was on the way to Earth to steal the 7 Dragon Balls, and Bulma was trying to get the 7 Dragon Balls. Frieza wanted to be 5 centimeters taller so that it looked natural.
growth. And he planned
didn't-
on doing that
like
shit
he's
like
still
every
growing.
year, like he's still
Yes.
growing.
And Bulma wanted to look 5 years younger, not 10, because then it would look like she got work done.
Yeah.
That's what the movie's about. And then these people happen to pick up Brawley and bring him and his dad.
They made it like
To
the
Frieza's
jokiness
ship.
of a filler episode.
Oh my god.
But like shit on the filler episode. It made it a
And
great
then it gets the most ultra ever.
Yeah, those were always the confusing episodes where like the last episode just ended with like this crazy fight scene, ultimate fight scene, and the next one you're with like Roshi and Bulma on the island, and like
he just be a
nothing's
pervert.
going on.
He
Yeah,
just definitely be
they're
a-
in the
like,
house
every
and she's
season.
cleaning,
Just a pervert.
and you're like, what the fuck is this going on? And they're like, me, and then they go back to like, you're like, that was 15
Goku
minutes.
comes back with Krillin.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we just learned a new move.
That was 15 minutes. You're like, what the fuck?
Now
And they're
that-
like, on the next one, Goku goes
Yeah.
Super Saiyan. You're like, what? Shit. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Like,
Dog, it's
And
such a good movie, though,
Krillin
man.
dies, and then he's like, "That's how he goes Super Saiyan."
Hey, that was the real. Yo, man, there's a joke. There's a joke with Frieza in it though that's gonna have you rolling, dog. When
yeah,
he-
I'm checking it out tonight.
when he's
so
like he's trying to make Broly go Super Saiyan. It's
Enjoy
pure
that
comedy.
movie.
I will.
I'm ready for your text once it comes through.
I'm not texting you now.
All right, I'm excited for you to be
Keep them
excited.
on their toes. Keep them on their toes,
Whatever.
man. You know what
I'm
talking
just saying, like, I know it's coming because I said text this morning. I was.
about. Yeah, I tried to get in on that. I like literally clicked on it and I was like, oh shit, it is. It's working. And then I tried to revisit that link and it was not. So
I
I have to.
but you get
We
to
got
watch it
someone
later.
got the security blanket in there and secured a.
It was on my recommended
Secured
for
the-
YouTube.
secured
I
the
found it
data.
through YouTube's recommended in the front page list, so like it wasn't gonna last long.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was on there long enough for me to catch it and eat breakfast, and it was such a great movie. It
That's
was
a beautiful thing.
the most epic of Dragon Ball things.
Nice.
Yeah, and just as silly as always.
Yeah, man, it's a fucking great movie, dog. You should definitely watch it. I'm gonna watch it again.
The number
watching it
of
again,
songs that's just yelling someone's name in the background.
Yeah, they're just so. Hey, straight up, it'll be like a crazy ass fight cracking off. Then out of nowhere, you just hear Gogeta, and then it'll just be that the whole time. Gogeta, Gogeta, and it's just like.
Like so epicness. Let's add a little bit
Oh
more
man,
on top.
that's just a
How
little
epic
thing.
can you get that voice? Make it more epic. We can't make it more epic. Okay, then do it more often.
It's the new dubstep.
Dubsteppers. Okay, well, what's on the lineup then, gents?
Oh well, check it
Kingdom
out.
Hearts.
Well, you didn't finish Dragon Ball yet.
Are you not finished with
They
it?
just announced all the stuff.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, we got season 2 characters
Yeah.
and an entirely new Dragon Ball game.
Dragon Ball Z
And
game.
it's-
Dragon Ball Z game.
What was it called again?
Dragon
I'm
Ball
forgetting right now.
Project. It's like the Dragon Ball Project. or
Project,
something.
yeah.
Is it
Project
Z,
Dragon
though?
Ball.
But
Is it
it's
Dragon Ball Z? Probably.
It's supposed to be the entire story of Goku.
what do you know?
So I don't know if they put a Z on it, but it's like a prototype
Put
thing.
that
That's just,
Z on it.
But I
Now
mean,
it's told
I
with
think it's
this
gonna
guy
bring up.
talking at
It's
the
gonna be Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, so it's kind of hard.
I
to
would
So it's
love
like-
if it was Dragon Ball. Oh man,
So
that'd
it's
be
like
so cool.
basically the video game that everyone's always asked for, even when they were making like the Dragon Ball fighting games. We're like, well, basically you're fighting the scene, and it's the scene. Da da da.
Yeah.
When we're like, well, that's not quite what we wanted, and they're like, oh, well, here's this.
Xenoverse 2
this.
was like kind of cool.
Yeah,
That how it went, but yeah, it was just all the
still
same
the
thing.
same thing. But now they're giving you hopefully that RPG where it's the world that you get to go around, and then those are the missions in between. You just being Goku in the world.
It's gonna be hard to resell me the same story again to a degree.
But
To a
this is the
degree.
thing.
Yeah.
This is
So I
supposed
don't
to be
know.
just the raw story of Goku, and then from my understanding, it's gonna go like start catching up to modern time, and then they're gonna introduce other characters like you could run through Gohan's entire story, all his training, stuff like that. I was just reading this thing last night. It was supposed to be like they call it the project because it's gonna give you the full Dragon Ball experience, like even down to stupid ass characters like Yajirobe. So I was like, oh shit. So that's what they're trying to work out. It's supposed to be what the biggest Dragon Ball Z game to drop. So
I'm curious.
yeah, me too.
But we did also get season 2 announcement for Fighters, and they announced 2 characters out of I think it was 6 they showed that you were gonna get. Plus, on top of all that, you were gonna get the new Brawly, I think,
Ooh.
and Gogeta
Ooh.
from the movie. And then
Like, ooh.
the first 2 characters of the
Ooh.
season they announced were Videl, which is basically her doing some of the fighting, and then
Gohan
as what's his face
Captain
again?
Saiyaman.
Saiyaman.
Yeah, Saiyaman. My bad. I said Captain
I don't remember.
Saiyaman.
It could be. It's goofy as
The
hell.
Great Saiyaman. That's his name.
But like he just comes in and fights a bunch for her, and then Jiren, is that right name? It's from Super.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah, so he looks like Big Hero 6 Dragon Ballified, right?
Yeah, it's because it's close.
Big
It's
hero.
like just a big blimpy muscle, like blur. That's what he looks like.
They should put Kid
Just like
Gohan
that.
and Trunks on there, dog.
Yeah,
They should do that.
Kid Trunks would be so cool.
Kid Trunks, Kid
Or
Gohan.
they were a team.
Well, they did. They did. They already. Oh well, Goten is then when they do the team thing. But I get what you mean, where they play together, like.
Yeah, I
Back and
forgot that
forth.
they are though. Already,
Yeah.
that's a better place.
But
for
I
them.
don't know if they would work like that though. They're too fucking aggressive already.
Yeah,
Because remember, Kid Trunks was like raised by Vegeta, so he fights completely different than regular Trunks.
yeah.
Like he's way more aggressive. Oh my bad.
What?
What? I was just taking a look over there. Sorry.
No, that's
I thought
great.
some shit
Rock-
cracked off.
no,
that better?
whenever Rock gets going on a roll and supplies some great information, he's like, feels like he's gone too far or something. He's like,
No, I like listening.
we want to
I'm
hear
not
your
talking
insight
too
on it.
much,
I was just,
my bad.
no, it's good.
We want your insight on
This is-
what your
this is-
fucking the thing you like the most. Like,
Yeah?
yeah, that's what you're supposed
All
to
right,
do.
yeah.
That's-
And then
that's
Goten is actually raised by Goku, so he fights like Goku. You know, no.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, so we got more characters coming. It's gonna be another epic season of more of Fighter Z. But they also have that whole weird lawsuit thing right now they've been trying to do. with-
Like, what is going on with that? What?
I guess they've been stressing on people to pay them for running tournaments or something weird like that. So they're trying to capitalize on the tournament
see,
industry,
that's-
but they're not putting out their own tournaments.
But that's the problem. Is
So
like,
I'm
why would they
confused.
get mad that somebody's
Yeah.
throwing a tournament?
It's
like,
gonna impact their.
So they're
sales.
going after people.
Yeah,
that
they
are-
actually are.
Yeah.
That's what I was reading. I was like, what?
They're going.
How is that
after
is that
them
even
So, like,
realistic?
because they're like, you didn't cut us in
So like Evo, right? That was one of the big ones that it was in.
Yeah.
because
and-
they're saying they didn't cut us in.
Yeah, they want to be paid for it because
Well,
their
like that,
game
yeah.
is being used.
Yeah,
and
so
it's
here's
like,
the deal. They need to. They don't.
I don't
if they
think
want
that's
to get
possible.
They need to
paid-
create an appropriate avenue
No,
if they're
they
going
want
to
to
do
get
that.
paid. Yeah, exactly.
They got to
just need
invest in the
create
thing too. They're going to be like,
the-
we'll
Well,
give you
this
the
is the
TVs.
thing.
Or,
They
you know,
gave you tournament mode for free. It's in the game.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
like
that's
you
the
give me
funny
tournament,
thing.
and I paid for the game. You've already made your money, so I could
Well,
throw a
they
tournament. if I
sell it
want
at the
to.
line that you're making money off of their product, and that's where the commercial battle comes in.
Well, that doesn't even
Yeah, it's
mean
totally
anything.
illegal.
That's like me buying a pair of shoes, and then I'm saying, okay, they cost me $150, and I'm going to sell them for $250. If somebody's willing to pay that price for them, then they're going to pay that price for them. You can buy and resell every day. That's not illegal. You paid your money.
I'm just saying what their argument would be.
Yeah, it's not
And
valid.
we're talking about court of law shit, you know.
Yeah, it's not going to be valid though. You can't.
But money buys it better.
you can't. The thing is that they're doing what they know they can do.
Yeah.
And that's put up a legal front that is intimidating, and most likely the people putting on the tournaments don't want to get into.
Yes.
So
A
it
lot of them are
works.
just people were
And
doing
what
them
they
out of like
need to
their
do-
house first.
What they
and then it
really
got
need to
good.
do is figure out a way how they can monetize that, whether it's
Some of them are.
they provide something for the tournaments to get a percentage back. They give certain giveaways or something like that for the people who win.
I'm
Something
sure
like that. They need to
arenas
do-
take on a different
They need to
element of how they
do-
handle that too.
Yeah,
so.
but they need to. Well, obviously, like other companies are welcoming that idea, that they are flattered that people would want to play it in that form and put it on such a pedestal and give it that much exposure.
Yeah.
And then they partake in that in some way to put themselves on par with making some money at those same places.
I'm
whether
just
it's
assuming
advertisement,
that-
whether it's
Because is
whatever.
it Toei that's holding it up? Toei Animation that's doing, is one of them that's doing the licensing.
Yeah, I'm
issue.
not sure who
But
is,
I'm not
but
it's
really sure.
probably. I mean, they're probably looking at where the gaming industry is because of the fact that now it is a broadcast
But-
thing. Some tournaments, so they're looking at the commercial sale of like.
yeah, but this is the thing.
TBS
This is a
making this.
promotion. They're getting free promotion with this, though.
Yeah.
Like, so that's what I don't
yeah,
understand.
or
It's
they
like,
just
I,
smart
look,
and be like,
I don't
they
know.
put on
I'm
it-
not trying to say that they should win. I'm just pointing
They
out
just need to
what
put
their
on the-
argument
they
is.
just
I like
need
to
to be-
throw the other idea out.
no. I
I'm making it up.
understand where you're coming from. I
Yeah.
just don't. I don't get it.
I agree, because I also like tournaments and throwing them, and you're right. It's you're technically you're just running everything the way that it's meant to be used.
Yeah.
So doesn't matter. You're supplying your own. Like, we paid for these. We're not spending money on these at all.
Yeah, it's like, and the money that they make is like people paying to make
I
the
think
tournament
they're trying
happen,
to
right?
claim it more out of the property of the name type thing. So, like, say, like, I don't know, take the shooting that fucking happened over that one game.
Madden?
Yeah, so, like, guess what? That's illegal shit now for EA.
That shit been happening for years. I don't know why that
Like,
shit was even on TV.
But that's a haunting thing for them on their front. So,
yeah,
like,
but
it
like,
starts
what
to-
about
it's-
the person that got shot at, or the people that got shot outside of a place in Vegas? Like, they're not holding
Yeah,
the
dog.
hotel
That's
accountable.
what I'm saying. It's like,
Man, I'm just
fuck
looking at
out
what
of here,
the-
dog.
here's
This is
what
a
I'm like.
bullshit
I'm
ass
looking at-
lawsuit, and they should sue them for wasting their time.
I'm a person- I'm a devil's advocate.
You have
I
to
take my
understand,
position, and then I
yeah.
learn what the
But-
other side
but-
is to a lot of
but
things.
the thing is,
I'm
that's
just
what they've
pointing
done.
out
That's
what
what they've
No,
done.
and I get where
That's
I
what
get
they've
that.
done, and that's what you do when you're in that place. You want to see what you're like. Okay, those organizations that put on those tournaments don't have the sort of money or legal backing
to
that.
battle this shit.
So they're just gonna be like, we're gonna hit them with it and be like, you guys are using our name to make money.
I'm sure they'll
And that's
clean it
and
up.
then, like you said, that's valid, right? So all they have to do is put that out there, and then now their job is to prove that the otherwise. So what do? You go to court
But this
for
is the
like
thing.
fucking millions of dollars.
what
They're
I
gonna
wanna
look
know.
at how much they lose over a
Yeah,
major
they're
tournament
gonna
on
be like-
Twitch and
But-
shit,
but no,
and they're gonna be like,
this is
"Oh
what I wanna
man."
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like there's not. It doesn't add up. It might be good
Is it
money,
the-
but
the
it doesn't
game?
add up to
It
what
needs to
they're
hit
gonna-
their social media first.
Is it the game or the company that created Dragon Ball Z?
I-
that's
see, that's
doing
what
But
it?
the
I
thing is, you can
forget
say they're
is-
getting.
I don't remember if
you
it's
can
the
say they're
makers
making
of the
money off
game
of
or
likeness.
Toei
You can just
Animation.
say they're making money off of likeness. They're using the things that are all about their game to make the money, not the tournament itself. You feel me?
Yeah.
You feel me? That's what no, and that's legal. It's a good argument. That's a good thing to say, like, and that's actually true. Even as like a streamer or a content creator, there is a line that you need to cross
When
that
you represent a brand.
that you say, I am now taking this content
Yeah.
into my own and creating off of it my own interpretation, not yours with me saying, hey, I brought you this. You know what I mean? It's like presenting someone else's artwork and being like selling it as your own where you didn't do anything to it. Now, if you were like an art seller and you distribute art and then you put this frame around it that you're signatured for and this and that and people know you like you do this beautifully, but it's still that other person's art and they know that and you can kind of sell it as this curated version. That's what you're doing as a content creator. That's what you would be doing in any, form. And even in these tournaments, the number one thing that should be advertised is the tournament itself, not the games being played.
But
now,
see,
I don't know how that is, and that could be what they're
but
saying.
no, but I'm saying, like, how could you say, oh, we're having a tournament, come check us out? Like,
A fighting tournament, it's a fighting tournament, and you list, like, these games, like, that's what I'm saying. There's probably a certain way, and yeah, you're right. You're walking on eggshells. But maybe it's, like, not saying Dragon Ball tournament. You know what I mean?
Well, this is the problem. I feel like
I don't know.
this is stepping
that could be what it
into
is.
something that is going to make it weird for them because this is the gaming community. This is how we do.
Yeah, they're
we
gonna
throw
turn away from
tournaments,
you, but
and
they're
this
gonna
is how we
turn
say,
away
yeah.
from
And if you make it
We've
weird
seen
like
it
that,
demonstrated
Like Street
plenty of
Fighter
times
doesn't do
over the
that.
past couple of
Yeah.
years of the gaming community rising up and
Capcom
winning their
doesn't do
fights.
that.
exactly.
Capcom
So-
doesn't do that.
No, not at all. Because they want you to do
They
this.
embrace it.
What they don't realize, people go to those tournaments and they're like, damn, I want to do this, and then they get a new cell.
They build an app
Then it could
that
be
gives you your
Toei.
stats
They're just having a big
online.
boost with
Yeah.
Dragon Ball. They're trying to build their brand up bigger.
True.
Trying to keep that shit going. And
True, they might not want to be taken away from it. Maybe they have plans.
Yeah.
Maybe they have plans for a tournament, and they don't want it to be stifled by...
But see, they haven't presented anything like that yet.
I'm just
so that's
saying.
what keeps it
Yeah, it's wrong.
now.
Anyways, it's wrong.
They're not going to prevent it.
We're moving on.
It's okay. I do Smash tournaments. And guess what? We got 2.0 coming out. It's going to be maybe tomorrow, actually. It's going to be the next few days because they already gave an announcement about it. They notified me on my Switch.
Are you just playing Smash right now?
I'm just practicing my short hops.
All right.
Nothing it's mindless shit.
Okay, alrighty.
Hey, man, I'm in love with Smash, though.
Dude, it's incredible for what it is. And it's only going to get better. We got Piranha Plant coming with 2.0.
What do you got to do to get Piranha Plant?
Okay, see? Let's
Take you out of your mindless
on.
game there.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. If you bought it online, it's automatic. So if
Okay.
you just downloaded it, which I did, and got it digitally, you already have your Nintendo coins for it. However, I think you go to the Nintendo website or there's the Nintendo app.
Okay.
One of those things is where you just submit a code that is on your hard copy somewhere. And then that is how you register the game. And that is how you also get free coins towards, buying shit online. And then
I
it
definitely
also
haven't been
gets
doing
you
that.
Piranha Plant for free, but you have to do it by the 31st. I don't know what time on the 31st,
2 days.
but you got that long. So just do it tonight. It's very easy to do.
I got to do that tonight.
Yes. And Piranha Plant's going to come out this week with 2.0. Curious if there's going to be balance patches yet because it's still really early in the game.
Any other
But they're
characters
probably going to need some
besides
fixes
them,
and
or
stuff.
no?
They announced Joker. I didn't think Joker was going to come out yet. I think Joker's more like spring, but that'd be really cool. They haven't announced anybody else yet. Not even rumors. I just people talking about what they would want it to be.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. Who would you guys want it to be?
Sora.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, that'd be super cool. So I'd say, yeah, that's what I'd want to see.
I would love the Banjo Kazooie combo.
Yeah, that would be tight too.
But
Definitely would take Sora,
Nintendo
though.
did make moves that they really want to be really unique about it, or they wanted to take a different approach, kind of like how they've done in the past with Snake and getting Ryu in the last one.
Nice.
I mean, they got Ken now in this,
Yeah,
and a
maybe
lot of people
we'll
are playing
see.
Ken online.
Maybe we'll see somebody crazy like Sora. That would be super cool for sure.
But 2.0 could be enough balance to change the game. We'll see.
Oh my God.
No idea.
But he would be so cheap.
I know. I thought I was like, yeah, he'd definitely be
Hey,
the
'cause
character I'd
they
use.
would give him his 4 elements. He would just be like, cure.
That's the thing is every character has a way to be cheap. It's figuring out how to do that
Yeah.
and do it right
Figuring
because
out how
they're
to
going to
be
be
cheap.
really good. Yeah, but they're going to be really good at dodging that shit and countering it. Man, you fight a Ganondorf right now, they are broken as fuck with their like high speed and a giant sword.
Yeah, I think that's the
That
difference. There's just a
destroys right
lot
now.
more broken characters than there ever has been.
It's really
but
balanced.
they had to
is the thing.
change like a lot of shit too to make that happen. So
Yeah.
you would expect it.
It's
Such a
nobody
great game,
feels
though.
like it's broken
yeah, no,
competitively.
absolutely.
Everyone feels like it's well designed for competitive, where everyone has an edge. Everyone has a style. Everyone has a unique thing about them, and everyone has like a fighting opportunity. Actually, my secondary best is Little Mac, and according to like I guess Zero, the top guy in the last game, put out a video that he's the worst in the game. Little Mac. He's just kind of really hurt because he's easiest to gimp.
Shit, you put him in the
But-
center, dog.
Yeah, you
Anybody
control
get
him in the
down there
center. That's how
getting
you do
their
it.
ass
And you
whooped.
play aggressive as fuck. Here's the thing. Do you remember his charge punch?
Yeah.
You can shield out of it, dodge out of it whenever you want. The only time after you punch that, you know how there was like the end lag at the end? If you punch it early, you don't have any end lag, or like a lot less. So it's a lot easier to get out of. You can go forwards or backwards with the punch. So you can use it aggressively. You can pressure people a lot, like almost like a projectile that someone charges, because that's what you're doing. And you can fuck people up. It's real good for edge guards. He's
No,
a
I
lot
mean,
faster than people think.
His recovery's bullshit, but he's tight.
Yeah, his smashes all have like heavy armor, so he'll just take the damage and just punch
Yeah.
through and still get his heavy ass hit.
Yeah.
So you can just control the center.
No, I agree. Like he's a great character. It's just he needs a better recovery.
He is right now at my
Better
Yoshi's
recovery.
level online for like the global smash power.
Okay.
Yeah.
Global smash.
I'm in like the I've been floating between like 3.1 million and 3.3.
Is that good?
Right now, Elite Smash, which is for like their highest percentage of players, I think it's between 5 and 10%. Is right now they estimate around 3.4 million for most characters, but it is
So you're in the top
character-based.
5% is what you're saying.
So I'm in
there,
like
bro?
the top 20 right now.
You just said 3.
I'm in like the top 20. I'm not in Elite Smash.
Are you
I am
playing
just
online?
below it. Yeah.
Is it good still online? Because
So what you can do is you
the
can
first one I
you
I
can
couldn't
set
fuck with.
preferred rules, and so it'll look for someone looking for those rules. And so
Are people
common
playing with
competitive rule
fucking-
sets are what have
Okay.
taken people who. There's a lot of people using the common rule set now, which is 3 stocks, 8 minutes. It's a great aggressive game right now online.
3 stocks, 8 minutes. They put a time frame on it.
Well, you can set that, but yeah, when
Put
you
a
play the
timer
game
on it.
like tournament wise, last game Smash was 2 stocks, 6 minutes for 1v1s. I much prefer the 3 stocks and 8 minutes. It's what they did for doubles in the last game competitively. It's a lot better in this because it makes people play more aggressive than defensive, and this is a much more aggressive game. So people are trying to kill each other, not sit back and
Yeah.
roll up damage.
No, I definitely love the 3 stock move because that's how I've always played.
It's a better way to be.
Yeah, but
And,
I never use a time frame though. It just
Oh, so like I mean, when you're in tournaments and stuff, you got to have a limit. Otherwise, people can go for fucking ever. Some characters are built around stalling. Some people play to stall the timer. Because it's so say we both have 2 stocks left when the timer runs out. Whoever has the higher damage loses. So
okay.
that's it. So some people will play, especially like Pikachu's, that can be like pew pew and just fucking dodge all over the place.
No, that makes sense.
That game's competitive as fuck. It's getting for as much as it feels like a character can be broken, like some of them have real gimpy things online. Every gimpy thing is easy to control just because, or like easy to counter, just because of how good the mechanics are in that game.
Okay.
Everyone can get around everything,
That's how they're doing it.
but you just gotta figure that shit out. A lot of it is just hold your shield and then hit them.
So the collectible pin for the Kingdom Hearts only comes with
Yeah.
the
limited edition
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
well, like the now no.
Do you
not
get the aluminum
limited one,
case?
the expensive one.
It should be the second level.
yeah.
It should
What
come
else
like
do you
that.
get
the
with
expensive
it?
one comes bigger,
It's
right?
$80.
What else do you get with it? Just the game and that?
No, you get the game, the
free
collector
DLC.
pin, the hardcover, the deluxe edition, and the steel book. Hardcover art book.
So are they doing DLC with this?
No DLC. But I don't know what the deluxe edition is. It probably gives you some sword or something like that.
That's pretty tight though.
Yeah, right. The pins used to come if you just pre-ordered it or got the limited edition.
It's just a single-player story, right?
Like it used to
No,
be.
I got the pin from the
Oh,
last
but
one
you
for
the
just
pre-order one,
pre-order.
yeah, that's right. You're right. I did get one in
Hey,
my pre-order.
it's just a single-player camp like story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to be sure.
But that was on PS3 though.
So what is the difference? They took the pins away. Now you got to pay more money. Now you got to pay more money for the pins. So now to get all 3 pins that came with the Kingdom Hearts,
That's why
or
they
the,
also give you the steel book.
the pins that came with the 1.5,
Yeah.
the 2.5, those pins to get this 3rd pin, which would be the 3rd pin from
For the
that collection.
collectors, it sucks because you have to.
Because
buy
now
the
you have to spend the
collector's
$80
edition,
one.
Yeah.
rather than just get the pre-order or whatever.
Shit,
Right?
you know, ball
No,
out.
I don't
Fuck
know.
it.
They try.
I got no
to
problem with
make
that, but I hate that
rent.
I'm not going to engage in
Gotta
these type
keep
of
the lights
practices. So I'll just get the standard one for $48 at Best Buy.
Poor pin. You can get probably an infinite number off of Etsy.
I want the real one. Anyways, no, Kingdom Hearts, though. That's what's up. That's coming out tomorrow. That's what I'm going to be playing.
Yeah.
Oh, show.
We're also
Getting
gonna
my
get.
fantasy world on. I'm going to be up in Disneyland character worlds. I'm going to be all hanging out with Mickey Mouse,
Yeah.
Donald Duck,
I do got the next couple of
Minnie,
days off. Maybe I'll find some money to spend.
Goofy. Goofy's going to be there for sure.
I might just have to watch that on Twitch.
Who else? Who's new? Who's new, Rock? Who's new that's in this one? They got a hero.
they
You
got
were
the
talking about Hero.
Big Hero 6.
Big Hero
They got
6?
Big Heroes in it.
They got-
Fucking Tangled is in it this time.
Tangled for show.
Toy
Frozen,
Story.
guaranteed. Frozen's up in that bitch.
Toy Story hasn't been in it
Yeah.
before.
Guaranteed
No, Toy
Frozen
Story
Hey,
was
look,
in
there
it.
they are.
Oh, Wreck-It
Told
Ralph's
you.
in it. And
Monsters
I
Inc.
think I heard about it.
They got Brave, Elsa.
Who's that right next to
Nightmare?
Sully?
They had to keep Jack in there for sure.
Who's that right next
Oh,
to Sully?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates
Intron
of-
is
yeah,
back, dog.
Intron,
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
This is going to be a good night.
Look, they got Mickey Mouse in it.
Of course.
They got those cave people
Mickey's the
from.
key.
I'm kidding.
Mickey's the
I'm
key to
kidding.
the whole thing.
Is that the Croods? Is that what that movie was? Those cave people?
The Cruise? No, they're not on there. I didn't see them.
The cave people.
Is that a
On the left
Disney-
side, right?
Is that a
Where-
Disney one?
Where do you see the Cruise?
Who's all the way on the like?
That's Wreck-It Ralph.
The group
dog.
right next. The group right next to the people on the left.
Wreck-It-
Is that Ralph with just
Yeah.
his shirt? Oh
That's-
yeah.
That's Wreck-It
okay.
Ralph with the little chick on.
Look, I'm apparently blind from this far.
Yeah, I was gonna say we just found some interesting things out.
Ah, is that the Cruise? The Cruise right there. On the left.
I can't see very far. Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
Crudes. I was like, I don't know if that's Disney.
Oh,
Is that
man.
Disney?
That's why I was confused because his shirt was torn off and I didn't see like.
no.
as a,
I
whatever.
knew that's how come I knew it was
absolutely.
Wreck-It Ralph
Funny
when
though.
you said it. It's just the build. His build is like that.
Thanks for knowing that movie because that was an interesting watch.
So things to look out for. What's up? Anthem, that's probably the furthest out. Division 2, even further out.
Jesus, man.
Anthem.
That is where it's going to get
closer,
real for me,
zoning
dog.
in,
I'm
closer.
not gonna worry about the
Kingdom
Division.
Hearts.
You just don't fuck with Division at all, huh, dog?
I just don't feel like getting into that style because I'm gonna find it somewhere else.
Bro,
I think Anthem will be
Division
that.
is
Different.
Yeah, dog. Division, you are saving New York, bro.
Well,
Like,
this
whole
one you're
time?
saving DC.
well,
Yeah.
DC now, dog.
So I get it.
It's a whole
Maybe
nother-
I'll get into it. It's just that like no, I just the way I play
if
games.
you wait like
Great
9
game.
months, there'd be like $15.
No, I just mean the way. It's not about the
You
money.
think so?
It's about
They'd
when
sell-
I
they'd
play
sell so
games
good.
and I
Yeah.
invest my time into things. I just prefer playing a few things.
Hey, is the way you like to customize your character too, dog? You're wilding right now.
Yeah, Division's pretty good.
Did you get into it in Anthem?
Yeah.
It was insane. The color palettes
Well,
you
this
can
is
pick
another-
on
this is
everything.
another
the
discussion
materials
for
you
another
can pick on
episode.
Oh, yeah,
everything.
you're right. Yeah, we at
I-
that point.
Another discussion. for
Guess
another
what?
episode. This is
In
great
one
content.
this weekend,
It's great content.
there's
but
another.
We have many weeks
version
of, you know.
for free of the demo.
Many
You
weeks.
can play it. I'm telling everyone out there.
But look
Got
out
a
closer
whole
for
week.
Kingdom Hearts dropping tomorrow. The new update, Smash Brothers in 3 days, 2.0.
Harada, play it.
That's what we're
You
gonna
got
be
till
on.
the 31st to register that shit.
Hey,
Get
that's the
after
thing.
it.
If we don't delete the demo, do we get it when it's?
I think that might be the same one. I'm gonna
Leave
leave
it
it.
slide?
I'm gonna leave it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just slide on that.
It's only
too.
a week, so I'm gonna leave it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep it up because I hope it keeps my game.
Yeah.
I don't think they're. Gonna
And then
do
I can
that.
just fuck around for the rest of the next demo.
That's
they
Anthem
never do
talk
that
right
shit,
there.
though.
Anyways, we're going to close it out right there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to have to cut these guys off. They're getting fired up, already producing content for the next episode.
Okay.
But that's going to call it, and we'll be back next week. We're going to talk more about Anthem, hyping that demo up again, Kingdom Hearts review and thoughts.
All the shit we just ended on. Coming
And
to
then
ya.
some Smash Brothers thoughts
Oh,
on the
yeah.
new updates, the new characters, all that,
See
and
if
much
there's
more
balances.
next week. The Plug Gaming, DFZRadio.com.
Yeah.
We out.
Wonderful.
DFZRadio.com.